Good afternoon, one and all. Uh, Columns and Comics in association with 1857 welcomes you all to this talk show about teenage mental health. So, we'll be starting shortly. Everyone is requested to please turn on their web cameras, please, so that we can have a better form of interaction with each other. Now, I would like to call upon Vanshika Agrawal, the founder of Columns and Comics, to introduce herself as well as the organization.
Hi everyone. First of all, thanks a lot for joining this meeting. It means a lot that everyone has taken time out on a Sunday to sit down and talk about this issue. We feel that it's an issue which requires a lot of attention. It's a very important and sensitive issue. And about myself, so I'm a student of law. I am currently in my second year studying in Nirma University, Ahmedabad. And I started Columns and Comics a year back with a couple of friends. And the whole organization basically is aimed at student-led journalism, whereby volunteers take it upon themselves to first educate themselves and sensitize themselves on various issues, and then take it to people of the same age group or even different age groups, so that there is a sense of responsibility attached to the information that we're consuming and sharing in the present world, because as you all know, it's the age of the internet where one click can yield a lot of results. So that's the whole purpose of the organization. Today we sit down to talk about teenage mental health, which was identified as a pressing issue by the team, which is why we picked it up. I am extremely thankful to all of our speakers, Parminder ma'am, Priyal, and Kamakshi, for being here, and I'm also very excited to hear everything that you guys have to say. Also from the audience, I'm extremely excited to hear different perspectives, because we have teenagers here, we have people who are from an older age group. So I think we can yield a very cohesive discussion on the topic. So yeah, I think we can start.
Thank you very much, Vanchika. Now I would like to request Mark to introduce himself as well as 1857.
Hi everyone, how are you all doing? Um, really thankful to all of you for joining this session. Really thankful to the entire team of CNC for taking this effort, this being part of this talk show, arranging all of this, the entire brainstorming session. They have literally put a lot of effort that you would see in this session. So kudos to everyone in advance. I hope this session goes wonderful. 1857 is a community, and we do all these certain activities, creative things, or talk about things that need attention. So the talk show is just that entire concept of uh, making people feel belong, and having that support uh, to grow together, to learn about new things, and tackle this world. And today's topic, mental health, we all feel is very important in today's time, because so much uncertainty all around. There are so many factors we can't even name it. But let's hope that with this session, we are able to gain something, some knowledge, and find like minded people, and be supportive to each other. So, thank you so much. And over to Team CNC.
Yeah, just one more thing before we
Thank you
move
very much
on.
for that, Mark.
So, Mark, I am also very, very grateful for all the support that's come from your side, from your community. And had things been better on the COVID front, we would have had it in their space, which is like, it's a very beautiful space. So, it just kind of, when we had the last talk show as well, it just implies a sense of safety and comfort. So, unfortunately, because of Corona, we have to do this virtually, but I'm very sure that it's going to be equally beautiful because of the support that we've gotten from the 1857 community.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Always all the support to you guys.
All right. Yes.
Thank you very much, guys. So hi guys, I'm Yash Majithia. I'll be hosting today's event along with Rishi Pinjani. We are the regional coordinators of Columns and Comics, and we welcome you all. So moving forward, we'll now move forward with the introduction of the speakers that we have today in our panel, starting with Priyal Agrawal. So I would like to request Priyal to introduce herself and her work.
Hello everyone, my name is Priyal and I'm the founder of Stanley Speak. So at Stanley Speak, we are building a one-stop platform for all sexual and reproductive health needs for youth because this is one topic where we can't really talk openly about and there are so many issues about abuse, about menstruation, about pregnancy, abortion that we are not so comfortable even sharing it with our parents, with our friends. So this is an anonymous platform we are building where you can just have candid conversations and seek end-to-end solutions for it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Priyal. Today in our panel, we had Dr. Amba Sethi also with us, but due to some health reasons, she's not able to join among us. So we'll move on to the next speaker. Next, we have Ma'am Parminder. Ma'am, please introduce yourself along with your work. Parminder, ma'am. Ma'am, I think you're not audible. No, ma'am. Ma'am, I think you are not audible yet.
She just texted me. We need to wait for 2 minutes. Let's introduce the next speaker, then we'll come back to her.
Sure. The next speaker we have is Kamakshi Singh Parihar. Kamakshi, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, thank you for inviting us and taking the initiative to talk about mental health. Me along with other three founders, Kanak, Arshia and Isha, we started Rainbow of Bliss as an initiative to create a safe place where mental health issue is not stigma or taboo. All four of us have had our fair shares with mental health issues. That's what motivated us to form Rainbow of Bliss. We aim to help people avoid the mistakes that we made of not speaking and about it and anyone and make them realize that they are not alone and there is always someone that you can talk to. And we are determined to build a safe place where people share their experiences and their stories without thinking about the society. And we put out content that educates people about mental health and that helps people realize that that what they are facing is not a normal thing and they can openly talk about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kamakshi. That is a great initiative you all are working on. I think Parminder ma'am has her issues resolved. Ma'am, uh, please, if you could introduce yourself.
She's just changing her headphone. Just 1 minute. We're really sorry for the inconvenience. If you could just wait for 2 minutes, we'll coordinate with the speaker and then we'll continue our session.
Hello. Hello. I
Yes,
think
ma'am,
now
you're
I'm
audible.
audible without headphones.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, sorry for inconvenience, yeah.
No issues at all, ma'am.
Yeah, it happens. See, the young generations are very comfortable with these type of things, you know. And that's why I love to work with people like you guys.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That's not a problem. You can please go ahead, introduce yourself.
No, I'm not used to all these, I'm not gadget friendly actually. So
Yes, ma'am.
nowadays, pandemic taught us how to work like that, you know. So changes are good.
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
Yeah, so as you can see my introduction, I'm a rehabilitation psychologist, and my work area is specialized in cognitive behavior therapy, especially worked in this. So, and I love to work teenagers and adolescent, and so basically I'm working in all kind of all type of ages, you know. So let's see. I think मैंने बहुत सारा time मेरा waste हो गया आप लोगों का भी. So just go ahead and jump to the main point. Right? Why we are
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Now, there's this question: what is mental health? Today we are talking about teenage mental health. So I would like the audience to participate with this question: that what, according to your interpretation, is mental health? Anybody who would like to volunteer, please.
The well-being of our mind.
Okay, that could be one definition. Yes, Vasundhara, please.
Hi, everybody. So, according to me, mental health is mind's health. So, mind is something that's essentially not visible to us. It's an abstract concept, but it exists. And it is something, it's also emotional health. So, mental health means mind, the health of the mind, and also your emotional health, which also affects your physiological health. So, and I think mental health uh, problems or issues can also be traced in the brain. So, I think mental health is a very holistic concept which ensures your physiological, emotional, and mind's well-being.
Thank you very much, Vasundhara. Do we have anybody else who would like to speak?
Yeah, I am.
I like to go
Sure.
first.
No, go for it.
Arshia,
Go for
followed
it.
by Kamarina.
Mental health includes emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act in our day-to-day lives. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices.
Okay, thank you very much. Kamarina.
Yeah. So I suppose it is like the person who was just before Arshia, she said it like in a very cohesive way. It was like a very good statement, like because it is impacting your physiological like your health. For example, if you get like really nervous, you get agitated, your because your muscles tense up in a way, so you can actually see it physically as well. It is not just like सिर्फ brain में कुछ हो रहा है, it actually shows up in a whole lot of ways. So yeah, it is that. And mental health is, it's a whole lot of things. It is your how you how you take your rational decisions, how you make sure that your emotions don't take over it. That is also a part of that. And also learning how to detach yourself from your emotions time to time, not like completely, but how, and learning how your emotions and behavior are influencing each other in a way. So that is, I think, a part of it.
Thank you very much, Kamarina. Now, I would like the speakers to give a correct interpretation or a better version of it, or how much do you agree with the rest of the audience, starting with Parminder ma'am.
Yeah. So this is very nice to hear these some opinions of the. मैं बचाजी बोलूंगी, of course. You guys are. So if I am asking you, what is the meaning of health? What do you understand by health? Can you say if the person is suffering from, if the person is diabetic, so what will you say? A healthy person or a sick person? What?
Sick.
क्या sick कहेंगे?
Yes, ma'am. I
So
don't
if the person is having diabetes, means that person is not healthy?
Ma'am, physically sick.
See, why it is being complicated nowadays, mental health, because it's associated with mental, right? But if the person is having diabetes, even he can, we can call him fit, him or her. Why? The way they manage the diabetes, the way they manage their lifestyle, that makes them healthy. So first we have to understand the correct meaning of health. Correct? अगर हमारे पास शरीर है उसमें कुछ ना कुछ घटनाएं तो होती होंगी, right? Hormone secretions are there, so many thoughts and emotions are there, so mentally also we can have diabetes. अगर इसको कुछ मेंटल इशू ना, मेंटल वर्ड ना यूज करें, सो हम कह सकते हैं कि हाँ हमें ब्रेन में भी डायबिटीज हो सकती है, राइट? सो द वे वी मैनेज द थिंग्स, the way we manage the imbalancing our bodies, right? हमारे bodies में जो भी imbalancing है, the hormone secretions or any kind of fitness makes us unhealthy, correct? So the simple meaning of mental health is something happening inside you which is not able to manage from us. Okay? So I hope this makes you all comfortable, right? It's not a big thing. Mental health is not a big issue. It is just like that having diabetes, having blood pressure, having fever. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much, ma'am. That was really great.
Thank
It
you.
was very easy and simple to understand. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah, that's why we are here, right?
Yes, ma'am. Moving forward, Priyal, your views on this.
I think Parminder ma'am has explained it so well. I don't think I can add much to it, but I would say that it's also about how we understand our own body, whether we want to stay fit or not. Similarly, just understanding how you think, even the voice in your head, how you talk to yourself, how you're feeling after thinking about those things, and whether you are acting on it or not. Just even understanding those things really matter, and that also comes in the mental health.
Thank you very much, Priyal. Kamakshi, would you like to add something to this?
I think Parminder ma'am has really told us that what it exactly means. But I think mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being, and it affects how we think and we feel and how we act, and it also determines that how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. So I think, yeah, mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. So yeah.
Thank you very much, speakers, for those wonderful words. Now, Rishi, please take over.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm Rishi. And before we move on to our very proper and serious questions for our speakers, we have some kind of interactive questions and activities for all of you. So you'll get a link in the chat box. If you could just click on that link and join a website, that would be great. And I'll share my screen. Okay, so is my screen visible? The blue thing?
No, not yet.
Yep.
Is it visible?
Yes, Rishi.
So yeah, if anyone else wants to join from a phone or something, you can also scan a QR code. We'll just wait for 2 minutes so that everyone can join and then we'll start.
Rishi, I also have to join, right? I'm supposed to join too?
Yeah, everyone is supposed to join.
So the screen is looking just like that, yeah? It's blank.
Yeah. Abhi, I haven't started the polls. Is there anyone who's facing any kind of trouble joining in? Please let me know. Okay, I think everyone has joined. So let's start. Okay, so on your screen, you might be seeing a question called How has your mental health been lately? And there are some stars. So if you could just rate how has your mental health been lately, please let us know. Should I move on to the next question? Okay, more people are voting. Cool. I think that is it. We'll move on to our next question. What is something that made you proud of yourself recently?
Please type words in it and you can add multiple words in
Yeah,
between.
you can add multiple
Mm.
responses as well. I think it's up to 3 responses per person. Can you all see others' responses as well?
Yeah.
Great.
My work. Facing issues rather than running away.
अच्छा कटोरी में रख दे खुले में
Please keep yourselves muted. Yeah, please keep yourselves muted. Okay, anyone else who wants to add in?
I think not overthinking much just stands out. It's just even for me, it's a very
Because it's such
interesting.
a big accomplishment, right?
Yeah,
For
right.
all of us. We have such diverse answers. It's so great, you guys.
Actually,
Getting into unis of my choice, congratulations, whoever it is. Completing my reading schedule, confidence, getting offers from colleges with scholarships. Oh my god, congratulations. Self awareness, good for you. Okay, let's move on to the next question. As you can see, there are so many things. If you think of it, there are a lot of things that you can be proud of. It can be from something from small accomplishments to something as big as getting offers from colleges with scholarships. Okay, what is the problem that has been affecting your mental health? People. Overthinking, just like not overthinking much stood out, overthinking is also standing out. So as you can see, we're getting so many responses. There are a lot of things that affect our mental health. In this also, there's the same thing that even from mental health, but hopefully through this session, you might learn to manage how to deal with these issues.
I can see so many emotions are there, anger, frustration,
Yeah,
stress, right? And the
yeah.
consequences of that toxic emotions, sleepless, irritated, dealing with kids.
Okay, moving on. Now we have a short quiz for you guys. You will get questions and you need to tell us if the given statement is true or false. Please join. You can add your name, or if you're not comfortable, you can add any anonymous name as well. You just need to join in the quiz. This is going to be fun. We'll just wait for a few more people because if the quiz starts, then I think no one else will be able to join.
There's someone called Bubbles. It's so cute.
And there's one with a full stop. Okay, great.
Okay, should I start the quiz? Okay, more people are joining. Cool, I'll start. Therapy for kids is a waste of time. Do you think it is a waste of time or not? I mean, थप्पड़ खा के तो सब ठीक हो सकता है. Okay, great. Only 6% of you think that it's true. Maybe let's change that after this session. Obviously, the correct answer is false. Personality weakness or character flaws cause mental health problems. People with mental health problems can snap out of it if they try hard enough.
Rishi, you've closed the voting on this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think there was some kind of an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. While everyone votes, Parminder ma'am, would you like to shed some light on this?
um, Personality weaknesses or character flaws, you know, this is very sensitive. We are we feel very connected with this, you know. So many times we feel like, okay, सबने true पे किया, oh okay, it's hard enough. See, basically, personality weakness, we should understand what is personality. ठीक है ना? The proper education of educate yourself is very important. The personality weakness अगर हम कहते हैं और कोई हमारी weaknesses पे जब उंगली उठाता है तो हमें बहुत बुरा लगता है. तो that toxic emotion, when what we created inside, that makes us you know, like डिप्रेशन में, एंजाइटी में जाना, ये सारी चीजें जो होती हैं वो हमें उस तरफ लेकर जाती हैं. So these are the skills. Everything is a skill. You can develop your personality, you can enhance your personality, you can you know work on your character. I don't know the इसमें, because it's a very vague, इसमें इसको आप एक छोटे से उस पे वो नहीं कर सकते explain, right? So everything is a skills, and skills can develop. ठीक है, हम जब बहुत ज्यादा उसको elaborated form में जाने लगते हैं, this and that, ये वो, just this is a skill and you can develop skill. Simple. So that means you can work on yourself.
Yeah. This is false, obviously, because people with mental health problems cannot snap out of it if they try hard enough. Trust me, everyone tries very hard, but they can't snap out of it ऐसे ही.
Right.
Poor mental health is not a big issue for teenagers. They just have mood swings caused by hormonal fluctuations and act out due to a desire for attention. Priyal, would you like to tell the answer of this question to our audience?
It's actually false because it's not just mood swings. And if I go back to the previous question, it had in the second sentence was that people can just snap out of it. So building onto that, I would say that even there are different issues. Mental health has a lot of variety, so to say, and you need to identify whether it's a scratch on your finger or you're actually going through cancer, because there are certain things that you can handle by yourself, whether you need a band-aid or you need a treatment for that, whether you need a surgery. So that really depends on whether the issue that you're facing is causing a problem in your day-to-day life. If you feel that it is a problem on a daily basis, then you know that you need to seek maybe like a therapy or go to a psychiatrist. But if you feel that it is something that is manageable, then you need to know how to do it. So I guess it's not like it's just mood swings or just fluctuations or you're going through like it's your teenage, so it's hormonal fluctuations. It's not. If you feel that it is a problem, maybe for your cats, maybe with your relationships with your friends or boyfriend or girlfriend or your partner or anything, maybe it's about your gender, how you identify with yourself, then you need to seek therapy for that.
Yeah, I think that.
I have a follow-up question. Can I ask it now, or will we have a session later on?
We'll have a session later on. Okay, adolescents who get good grades, have a lot of friends, and have supportive parents will not get mental health issues because they have nothing to be depressed about.
Okay, while people answer this question, I would like to share my personal experience.
Yeah.
I was always a topper. I was always a nerd. And if if I go beyond that, I always scored like 95, 96, 97 in my 10th, 11th, 12th. But honestly, nobody knows this, but I was seeking therapy throughout those 3 years. I used to sit in the counselor's office every single day because I just couldn't find that motivation to go to class, to pay attention to class. So people really feel that if you have friends, if you get good grades, if you're a topper, if you have supportive parents, then it's all fine. And you don't really need anything else in your life. But that's not true. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can see that here.
Bad parenting causes mental health conditions in teenagers. I think it's very easy to blame parents for the conditions of their children, but that's not the case always. Okay, so many people think it's true. Parvinder ma'am, would you like to tell them about this?
Yes, sure. Actually, see, the bad parenting, bad word is so harsh, na?
Yeah,
We what we do, we usually evaluate the things bad and good. Always we are trying to do that. This is bad. That is why that is affecting us, right? It is good, that makes us happy. So I would say the helpful or unhelpful, healthy or unhealthy. If we use these type of words, vocabulary, this will be very helpful for our mental well-being. It is not helpful for me, so
yeah,
leave it. This is bad. That makes us angry or sad or so. I think for you guys, मैं आप लोगों सबको कहना चाहूंगी कि watch your words and please use a healthy vocabulary. So if you don't like anything, just say this is not helpful for me. If you feel sad about it, so it's unhealthy for me. This is not healthy. So that makes you, replace. There is a hope to replacement of that emotion, right?
yeah,
If I अगर हम इस पर आए bad parenting or good parenting, yes, of course, whatever we see in our childhood, or whatever we are facing in our childhood, or maybe some kind of trauma, maybe इसमें ऐसा हो सकता है कि कोई एक बड़े cases की हम बात कर सकते हैं, not in general parenting, general way of upbringing.
yeah,
ये जो होता है, ये अगर इसकी बात बैड पेरेंटिंग की आप बात करें तो इट्स completely on parenting style, even in your environment, what type of environment you are living, right? So
yeah,
that causes a mental condition, the consequences can face in your teenager.
yeah,
Because as we know that बच्चे कभी आपके बोलने से नहीं सीखते. अगर आप सभी अपना थोड़ा सा चाइल्डहुड में चले जाइए, आप लोगों की तो मेमोरीज अभी बहुत फ्रेश होंगी, तो आप ये देखते होंगे कि आप लोगों ने जो भी सीखा है वो पेरेंट्स को करते देख के, पेरेंट्स आर मॉडल्स फॉर यू, राइट? बट
yeah,
अगर वो लेक्चर देते थे तो लेक्चर मत दो हमको, सो बिठाकर बच्चे लोगों को बिठाकर स्पीच देकर नहीं सिखाया जा सकता. सो यस, पेरेंटिंग, ऑफ कोर्स पेरेंटिंग का इफेक्ट आता ही है, ऐसा हम इसको completely इग्नोर नहीं कर सकते, राइट? बिकॉज बच्चे लोगों को नहीं पता, दे आर वेरी स्मॉल, राइट? दे डोंट नो how to react, or how
yeah,
to, what to say, what not to say, but they're watching them, they are learning from them, right? They are models for them. So of course the parenting is very important.
There is something called observational learning as well.
Yes, yes, of course, they're observing.
Yeah,
So, yes.
and plus in that there's like two things na, it causes like if they do something and if it they face a punishment for it तो उनको वो reinforce करता है एक certain thought
Correct.
and कुछ अगर positive होता है तो वो उसको एक अलग तरीके से reinforce करता है वो
Sometimes
activity और वो
मेरे पास
behavior
जैसे बच्चे आते ना, so what you said, Kamalina, is very nice point, because they said कि जैसे अगर फादर को येलिंग करते देख लिया मदर के ऊपर, तो बच्चे ने सीखा कि अगर इफ आई वांटेड टू कन्विंस समवन, जस्ट येल, दैट इज द ओनली वे. फिर आप चाहे उनको बोलिए, आप बच्चे को गुस्सा मत करो ऐसा बोलकर गुस्सा करना इज बैड नहीं सिखा सकते. करेक्ट, दिस इज नॉट द वे टू टॉक. आप ऐसे बोलकर द वे ऑफ टॉकिंग नहीं सिखा सकते.
So
I
ironic.
hope you all are agree with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll hand over the flow of the session to Yash Bhaiya again, and we'll continue with our questions.
Thank you very much, everyone, for your participation. Hope it gave you some idea about some myths and facts that we have in the society, and it's sure that people must be getting to know some new things. So now we'll start with the questions that we have from the speakers. So starting with the topics we'll address are there in the screen itself. So the first question is that what are some symptoms of depression and anxiety and how we can manage them? I'll pose the same question to every speaker, and you through your insights add something, and a request that please do mention about the correct meaning of depression and anxiety, क्योंकि आज की दुनिया में many people generally do misinterpret those words, starting with Priyal.
I'm really sorry to interrupt you, but before we start, I'll just like to give a trigger warning that some of the issues that we're going to discuss right now might trigger someone, but our objective is to just spread awareness and make people knowledgeable about these things so that they can take care of their mental health. Okay, please move forward.
Okay, so about depression and anxiety, I would say that there are different, behavioral changes that you can see, physical changes that you can see, and emotional changes. So, such as lack of sleep, they lose interest in whatever activity they were doing earlier. You would see that they feel irritated quite a lot, or they have low self-esteem, or they just have thoughts about self-harm or something. But it is not something. It's not like a prescription that everybody follows the same. So you need to look for something that is, that a change in their everyday behavior, because we also have something known as high functioning depression and anxiety. Those people who have it, they manage their day-to-day activities very well. So it's really difficult to spot that out. So just, trying to identify those little differences in their life, in everything that they do, would go a long way. Parminder ma'am, what do you think?
Yes, you're right. इसमें सिर्फ मैं थोड़े से कुछ पॉइंट ऐड करना चाहूंगी, लाइक द टाइप ऑफ डिप्रेशन. आजकल जो है ना, आप गूगल करके सारा चीजें फाइंड आउट कर लेते, राइट? द एक इम्पॉर्टेंट जो आजकल जो मुझे केसेस देखने को मिल रहे हैं, दैट इज एनेडोया डिप्रेशन, बिकॉज यू आर वर्किंग डे टू डे लाइफ एज इट इज. You are studying, you are going for job, you are doing everything. So जो सबको देखकर लगता कि no, nothing wrong with this person, right? Because they are doing everything. Otherwise इसके पहले हम डिप्रेशन में कहते थे नहीं, वो काम पे नहीं जाते हैं, सुबह नहीं उठ पाते हैं. But in anhedonia depression, they are waking up early, they are going for job, they are doing everything day to day life, right? But some inside they are unhappy. They don't feel that pleasure. That is very difficult thing. ये एक आजकल थोड़ा समझने की चीज है कि तो the person is doing everything, तब भी वो डिप्रेशन में हो सकता है. प्लीज इसे इग्नोर ना करें. हम ये ना कहें कि तुम तो आराम से खा पी रहे हो यार, कल तो तुम पार्टी में भी गए थे. बट समवेयर he is unhappy inside but not able to express their emotions. राइट? सो उनको ये मौका दें एक्सप्रेस करने का कि वाई यू आर नॉट हैप्पी, राइट? उन्हें ये ना बोलें अरे यार तेरे पास तो सब कुछ है, अच्छी गाड़ी में घूमता है, अच्छा खाने को है, अच्छा घर है, तेरा तो फुल फैसिलिटीज सारी हैं, इतना अच्छा 5 स्टार टाइप तेरा रूम है, लाइक ऐसे वाला है ना। आके मुझे जैसे बच्चे कहते हैं कि मैम सबको ये दिखता है कि आई हैव 5 स्टार फैसिलिटी, आई हैव बिग गाड़ी, आई हैव ऑल गैजेट, सब सारी सारी चीजें हैं, वेल इक्विप्ड आई एम, बट तेरे को क्या प्रॉब्लम है, लाइक। बट अगर मैं कहूँ कि इफ यू हैव ब्रोकन लेग and someone is telling you run, 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 isn't it painful for you, right? But the broken leg is visible. Unfortunately, mentally if I am broken, that is not visible. So depression जो है, अगर मैं बहुत साल पहले, आज मैं शायद पहली बार इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे रिवील करूंगी कि जब मैं 20s में थी एंड आई वाज गेट इनटू दिस प्रॉब्लम, में चली गई, डिप्रेशन में गई, आई लॉस्ट माय वॉइस, आई कुडंट सिंग, आई कुडंट स्पीक प्रॉपरली, आवाज इतनी हो गई थी कि लाइक आई लॉस्ट माय कंप्लीट सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, यू नो, सामने आकर बोलते नहीं बनता था, किसी के सामने बोलना तो शेकी वॉइस होना, एंड सबसे बड़ा मेरे लिए पेनफुल था कि आई कुडंट सिंग. Music is my life and I couldn't sing and nobody is understanding and I am not able to express anyone. उस समय हम लोग के टाइम में ऐसा होता भी नहीं था कि कुछ समझ पाए कि डिप्रेशन क्या है और कोई कहे कि हाँ ऐसा ऐसा जो भी है. बट रीडिंग हैबिट ने मुझे थोड़ा सा निकाला. एक दिन थोड़ा सा झटका लगा मुझे कि व्हाट इज हैपनिंग मी एंड दिस एंड दैट, बट रीडिंग हैबिट ने मुझे निकाला एंड आई जॉइन कॉलेज, यू नो, यूनिवर्सिटी, एंड आई वांट टू स्टडी मोर. एंड देन फिर दिस ये साइकोलॉजी एंड द क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजी दैट ये इसने मुझे समझाया कि डिप्रेशन क्या होता है, एंड तब मैं इस फील्ड में आई एंड समझ पाती हूँ कि एक्चुअली जब डिप्रेशन होता है तो इट इज जस्ट लाइक अ ब्रोकन लेग वाला पेन होता है कि यू कैन नॉट गेट आउट ऑफ योर बेड एंड यू डोंट फील लाइक टू टॉक टू एनीवन एंड यू डोंट फील लाइक टू ईट एनीथिंग और ईटिंग with you know, you are not aware basically what is happening inside you. You are watching everything what is happening outside, but you are not aware what is happening inside me. Correct? So, and nowadays we are very loosely used. Oh, I am depressed. Oh, no, baby, it's very, very difficult thing. Right? You can be a sad. ठीक है, आज सैड है यार, मेरे काम की बात नहीं हुई, आई फील वेरी सैड. यू कैन बी सैड, बट इफ द सैडनेस इज यू नो गो ऑन एंड ऑन, 3 weeks 4 weeks हो गए and you are not able to overcome with this sadness, that means you need a therapist. Correct? And then if you are seeing your friend in this situation, please suggest them you need a therapy buddy. Let's go, let's come with us, हमारे साथ आओ, rather than saying this क्या हो गया यार, क्यों नहीं जाना है इस टाइम में. मैं आई एम टेलिंग यू वन मोर थिंग, मोटिवेशनल स्पीचेस इज वेरी हार्मफुल फॉर डिप्रेसिव पर्सन, because they said you can do it, and the depressive person, oh my god, everybody can do it and I am not. Okay, so yeah, exactly. So these things are very important and these minute things are very important. हम हमेशा लार्जर पिक्चर देखना चाहते हैं, बट ये प्रॉब्लम्स इज लाइक सीड्स, द वेरी स्मॉल, इट्स लाइक सीड, वो सीडिंग हो जाती है एंड देन वो फिर एक कल्टीवेट होता है, वृक्ष बनने को तैयार होता है, राइट? बट हम लार्जर पिक्चर देखना चाहते हैं. सो आज सबको इस प्लेटफॉर्म में मुझे बोलने का मौका मिला है, तो आई विल डेफिनेटली से दिस कि डोंट गूगल टू मच, क्योंकि गूगल एक आपको हेडेक से ब्रेन ट्यूमर तक लेकर जाता है. आपने 4 सिम्टम्स डाल दिए होंगे तो आपको डिप्रेसिव पर्सन डिक्लेयर कर देगा बिल्कुल. सो इफ यू आर फील समथिंग लाइक, जो सिम्टम्स की बात हो रही थी कि इफ यू आर नॉट, आपकी डे टू डे लाइफ हैम्पर हो रही है, 3-4 हफ्तों से ज्यादा हो गया है, लाइफस्टाइल आपकी वैसी नहीं है, उसमें चेंजेस आ गए हैं, जैसा कि सॉरी परियल ने जो बताया, प्रियल ने बताया कि आपके चेंजेस आते हैं डे टू डे रूटीन में, ठीक है। ऐसे जब सब चीजें होने लगती हैं, यू फील अनहैप्पी, ठीक है। एपेटाइट डिस्टर्ब होती है जब या तो आप लेस करते हैं या ओवर करते हैं। स्लीपिंग पैटर्न डिस्टर्ब होता है, या तो आप कम सोते हैं या ओवर स्लीपिंग करते हैं या इंसोम्निया के शिकार हो जाते हैं, ठीक है। ये जो चेंजेस हैं, यू डोंट फील लाइक टू ड्रेस अप, राइट, कि नहीं यार, अगर आपने देखा कि एक फ्रेंड हमेशा बहुत अच्छे से रहना पसंद करता था, बट नाउ अडेज वो थोड़े से मैसी और शैबी, यू नो, द हेयर कट में नहीं इंटरेस्ट है, ड्रेसिंग में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, सो जस्ट वॉच इट कि यार ये चेंजेस इसमें दिखाई दे रहे हैं। पहले ये बहुत हंसता था, अब नहीं हंसता है, या तो पहले ये कम बोलता था, अभी ज्यादा बोलने लग गया है। These type of changes if you are seeing in your friends or बल्कि अपने आप में भी कभी ऐसे changes, if you are aware about yourself, तो just take a help from therapist. Don't Google it, please. It's just a matter of one sitting, you know, one session. आप एक session लेके just diagnose yourself. Because symptoms होने के साथ में हम diabetes की, अगर diabetes के symptoms हैं तो we cannot take diabetes की medicines ना. First we have to diagnose it. So diagnosis is very important. Label करने के पहले diagnosis is very important कि मैं depression का शिकार हूँ और anxiety का शिकार हूँ, ठीक है। I hope this is helpful for you guys.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. And I actually appreciate Parminder ma'am and Priyal to speak about their things. It actually takes a lot of effort and it's very brave and bold of them to share their experiences with us. Thank you very much.
And I'm
Moving
so
on.
sorry to interrupt, but like you, both of you sharing your own personal journeys, it just also makes us feel like, you know, it's fine to share ours. So maybe before I joined the session, I would be like, I'll probably not, you know, talk about my own personal issues directly. But now that I have heard you both of you out, I feel more encouraged that, you know, at a point where we have that space, maybe even I can talk about the things that I'm facing. So thank you. That means a lot to all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Moving forward, Kamakshi, would you like to add something to this?
Thank you so much. Firstly, I would like to thank Parminder ma'am for explaining it so well. I think personally, I have been through such incidents. I didn't know that I was having panic attacks, or I had such less control over my physical response to anxiety and depression, panic attacks, whatever it was. And I used to feel helpless. I didn't used to go to parties with my friends or at that point of time, and I missed events. I I think people who are in depression or who are going through anxiety, they do not speak up, and they feel that they're embarrassed to speak. They do not tell their friends or their parents that I am having depression or I am going through such things. So I think even for me, it was I was struggling to admit, and I was physically and emotionally exhausted. And I used to pretend to be okay. People usually they're like, I am fine and I am very well and I can do this. But I know that from inside, what's going on and what I am feeling, and So yeah, I mean. I was literally uncomfortable, and I struggled to feel safe, and this kept going on for a period of time until and unless I decided that I have to take a stand, and now I have to stop feeling like this. And I started uh, keeping myself busy with music and with dance and with such activities that made me feel good about myself. So yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah, इसमें एक point और add करना चाहूँगी. Whatever the Kamakshi said,
Yes.
it is very easy to show yourself I'm okay, but it is
Yeah.
very difficult to be okay.
Exactly, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I can understand.
Thank you very much, everyone. Moving on to the next question. Uh, everybody knows here, especially students who have joined us, what online education has done to us. It has massive impacts on us. सब परेशान है online education से. Everybody feels more pressurized. So, how does this current scenario of online education, where हमारे पास we cannot go to our school, we cannot go to our college, meet friends, and एक जो physical presence का एक जो effect होता है, that we are missing out right now. So, how does it affect the mental health of students? Starting with Kamakshi.
जस्ट अ मोमेंट, मुझे एक क्वेश्चन पूछना था इससे पहले कि हम
Sure,
आगे
ma'am.
बढ़ें. क्या हम डिप्रेशन और एंजाइटी के टॉपिक पे फिर कभी वापस अभी आने वाले हैं, और ये बात हो गई हमारी? एज अ
Ma'am,
मेंटल
I
हेल्थ
think
प्रोफेशनल, आई थिंक दिस इज माय रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दैट अगर ये टॉपिक पे सिर्फ सिम्टम्स की बात हुई है तो और इस पे हम वापस नहीं आने वाले हैं इस टॉपिक पे, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इससे हमें सॉल्यूशन ओरिएंटेड बातें करनी चाहिए, because everybody knows very much aware about the symptoms, I think. So if we are not coming back to on this topic, I think वो भी आप लोगों के पास में how do you cope up with this things. तो just एक एक solutions पे बात हो जाए तो वो उस पे ऐसा लगेगा कि हाँ हमें कुछ मिला. Everybody very much aware about the symptoms, but हमारी talk जो है वो solution oriented होनी चाहिए.
yes,
After
ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
this talk, everybody should get something, with this.
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Please. We had this one question in mind also. So, ma'am, please, you can give your insights on it. Then we'll move on to the next question.
मैं कुछ थोड़े से ही solutions की बात करूंगी कि अगर आप डिप्रेशन फील कर रहे हैं और एंजाइटी, सब एंजाइटी, व्हाट इज एंजाइटी? तो educate yourself. The negative prediction of future is anxiety. Correct? If you feel anxious, just stay there and be aware what I am thinking. करेक्ट? इसके लिए मैं आप लोगों को एक छोटा सा टेक्निक बता दूंगी, दैट इज कॉल्ड 3-3-3 रूल. ठीक है? whenever you feel anxious, watch, listen 3 साउंड्स, जो भी आपको 3 साउंड सुनाई दे रहे हैं सेपरेटेडली. ओके, एक साउंड ये आ रहा है, एक साउंड ये आ रहा है, एक साउंड ये आ रहा है. ओके, focus on 3 parts of your body, like focus on your fingers, focus on your shoulder, focus on your feet. Okay? And focus on 3 objects you are seeing. ठीक है कि ओके, ये इस तरह से अपने फोकस को बढ़ाएं. The other technique is focus on your breath. जब भी आप देखेंगे आपको गुस्सा आता है, सबसे पहले आपकी ब्रेथ जो होती है वो उसका रिदम बिगड़ता है, राइट? एंजाइटी होती है, दैट पर्सन इज, they are like that, fast चलती है. तो just focus on your breath, try to stay calm. Okay, so aware what is happening inside me, जो बार बार मैं कह रही हूँ, awareness is very important. If you are not aware what is happening, then कैसे इसको आप डीलिंग की तरफ लेकर जाएंगे, सॉल्यूशन की तरफ लेकर जाएंगे. एंड डिप्रेशन के लिए चेंज योर लाइफस्टाइल. डिप्रेशन में हमें थोड़ा सा पुश करना पड़ता है, अपने आप को जिमिंग में डालना पड़ता है या रनिंग में डालना पड़ता है, ताकि हैप्पी हार्मोन सिक्रीशन स्टार्ट हो जाए. तो अगर मेरे पास कोई डिप्रेशन के पेशेंट्स आते हैं या डिप्रेशन लेकर आता है, तो उन्हें सबसे पहले सलाह दी जाती है कि प्लीज स्टार्ट जॉगिंग. आप कभी भी देखिएगा, आप रनिंग करें, वॉकिंग करें, जिमिंग जाएं, व्हाटएवर यू लाइक, डांस, म्यूजिक, एज द कामाक्षी सेड, उसने डांस का सहारा लिया. The physical activity is very important. ठीक है? एंड डिप्रेशन में एक चीज होती है कि हमें जिनसे हेल्प मिल सकती है, हम उनसे अवे होते हैं, हम उनको सबसे पहले अलग करते हैं, राइट? बट ट्राई टू गो विद देम, सिट विथ योर पेरेंट्स, टॉक टू योर फ्रेंड. ठीक है? सो ऐसे कुछ सॉल्यूशन है. आई थिंक दिस विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट.
Thank you very much, ma'am. It was really great and it was actually needed. Thank you very much, ma'am. Moving on to the question about the current scenario of online education affecting our mental health. Kamakshi.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Parminder ma'am, for the solution. It's really going to help all of us. So I think that personally speaking, we feel lethargic at times. I mean, personally, I am like, I don't want to do it now, because we have to sit and, we have to constantly look at the screen. We have to spend hours every day in front of Zoom or in front of Teams without social interaction and, playtime with friends. In school, we used to like go to the canteen and we used to chit chat with our friends, but here we have to sit and we have to just see that what's going on in a screen without moving anywhere and without having a connection with friends, without having a social interaction, without having a social environment. So I think that it is kind of stressful. I think staying focused on online class is also a challenge. Separating home life and class time, not following a routine schedule, and distractions at home, I think caused us not to able to concentrate well with our classes, and as a result students tend to procrastinate and set things aside. Then deadlines are missed. This causes pressure, stress and anxiety, that we're not able to focus, and and that we're not able to give our best in our exams. And then we all know that then boards come up, and then we have to prepare for boards. So I think it's very stressful for all of us, for all the college going students and the school going students. So yeah.
Thank you very much, Kamakshi. Moving on to Priyal.
So building on to Kamakshi's point, I think we feel stressful about online classes also because we are being bombarded with information. So we feel so overwhelmed that we are constantly just getting all the information and our mind is not able to process all of that at the same time. So just filtering out all the content, setting your priorities that, for today, I'm just going to listen to maybe like these many lectures and I'm going to cut out on social media maybe, or maybe not watching news or anything that you feel is causing you stress. So being very mindful of what content and from where you're consuming could help you.
Thank you very much.
Sorry to interrupt.
Parmin.
I mean, it was like I'll cut out on social media and I'll listen to this many lectures. But I feel like to decide that I'll listen to this many lectures today, I need to have that kind of motivation. I mean, the problem that we're facing right now is that we've almost entirely given up on education. It's like I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to study. छोड़ दो अब बस पढ़ाई अब मेरे को अपनी life जीने दो. It's almost become like this. So for me especially, it's difficult to find the motivation to study, rather to attend lectures also, but to actually prepare in my mind ki, okay, there's going to be this exam, I have to study for this. And why? Because offline exams mein there was this motivation ki I was going to school because I wanted to meet my friends. And उसमें पढ़ाई साथ साथ में हो जाती थी, and then we gave exams. But right now we're at home, we're alone, we need to find that motivation.
So for that, I would say that we all have our own ways of learning. For now, maybe you're just attending lectures online, but if you identify whether you like listening to podcasts or watching a video or like hands-on experience writing, so if you just identify that and start working on it, you will eventually find your motivation because you like that task.
Thank you very much. Parminder ma'am, would you like to add something?
मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा ये सब सुन के, because ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन ये जो अभी स्टार्ट हुआ है बिकॉज ऑफ दिस पैंडेमिक, एंड आई एम facing these cases and handling these cases. So अच्छा लगा इसमें मुझे जो लगा कि we are we learn to do too many things together. वो ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन ने इसको बड़ा और हवा दे दिया कहना चाहिए. अरे क्लास चल रही है, बट अभी जैसे मैंने भी किया, मैं आई रिप्लाइड ऑन व्हाट्सएप एंड आई थिंक ओ माय गॉड, दिस इज व्हाट द स्टूडेंट्स आर डूइंग, राइट? ऑनलाइन क्लास चल रही है बट आई रिप्लाइड, बिकॉज अगर मैं उसको रिप्लाई थोड़ा लेट भी करती तो चलता था. सो कहीं ना कहीं हम बड़े कंफर्टेबल होते जा रहे हैं कि अच्छा पता तो नहीं चल रहा है, स्क्रीन में दिख नहीं रहा है, ओके रिप्लाई कर दो. सो डिस्ट्रैक्शंस बहुत ज्यादा हो गया है. हमें फट से दिखने लगता है हाँ ऑनलाइन क्लास चल रही है, ओके बट यहाँ चैटिंग चल जाएगी, है ना? कहीं और बात करनी चल जाएगी, थोड़ा सा वीडियो ऑफ हो जाएगा तो हम कुछ और भी कर लेंगे, राइट? सो ये चेंजेस जो एक तो ये एनवायरमेंटल चेंजेस हुआ है, जो भी चेंजेस हुए हैं, ऑलवेज बी प्रिपेयर फॉर चेंजेस। चेंज होना प्रकृति का नियम है, ठीक है? अब उस चेंज को हम ले कैसे रहे हैं, दैट इज योर चॉइस. Whatever you are doing is your choice, not the one's problem. Okay, but hum socha nahi, because of online education, that is why we become like this. You are choosing to be like this, so take responsibility. ठीक है? It is very easy to give blame to other ones rather than taking responsibility. Responsibility लेना थोड़ा सा difficult लगता है ना? ऐसा लगता है कि अरे हम कैसे ब्लेम ले ले अपने ऊपर, किस पर डाला जाए, सो वी फील कंफर्टेबल, यू नो. हम जैसा सबसे पहले वाली बात में हमने कहा था कि इट इज वी ऑलवेज इवेल्युएट थिंग्स गुड और बैड. So it is very bad that make me bad people in front of anyone if I took responsibility of wrong deed. Correct? So always think बचास कि आप चूज क्या कर रहे हैं. ऑलवेज चॉइस पॉइंट आपके हाथ में होता है. वट एवर यू आर डूइंग इज योर चॉइस. डोंट फॉरगेट दिस. अगर ऑनलाइन क्लास हो गई है तो आप उतने ही डिसिप्लिन के साथ में आप बैठिए, उतने ही डिसिप्लिन के साथ में आप अटेंड करिए जैसे आप क्लास में करते हैं, कि आप one thing at a time, one task at a time. If you are attending the class just like this, क्या हुआ, एक सीन बदला है कि सामने ब्लैक बोर्ड नहीं है, सामने स्क्रीन है, सामने टीचर नहीं है, फिजिकली नहीं है, वर्चुअली है. सो रिस्पेक्ट योर टीचर एज जैसे वो फिजिकली प्रेजेंट होती थी तब आप रिस्पेक्ट करते थे, तो उनकी रिस्पेक्ट आप वैसे ही करिए. क्योंकि कुछ केसेस मेरे पास ऐसे आते थे कि कुछ थोड़े से रॉन्ग मैसेजेस यू नो टीचर के अगेंस्ट हो गए, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो टीचर तक पहुंच भी गए. करेक्ट, कि अरे देखो मैडम कितनी तैयार होकर बैठी हैं, ये मैडम ऑनलाइन आना था फिर भी इतना मेकअप शेकअप किया हुआ है, यू नो. आई वाज लाइक ओके, कोई बात नहीं, ये हमारी चॉइस है कि हम ऐसी बातें करना चाह रहे हैं, यू नो. एंड ऑफ कोर्स हम आसपास से ही लर्न करते हैं. सो द थिंग इज दिस कि ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन ने हमें परेशान किया है या हम खुद परेशान हो रहे हैं, चॉइसेस आर, ये हमें देखना है. ठीक है, अभी आप अगर 30 सेकेंड का गैप लेकर भी अगर आप जस्ट थिंक कि ओके मैंने क्या चूज किया है, मैंने परेशान होना चूज किया है कि एक्सेप्ट करना चूज किया है, यू फील वेरी लाइट अबाउट इट because you are taking responsibility of your action. Once you take a responsibility of your action, trust me, you feel very comfortable because अपने आप को ट्रबल में कोई भी नहीं डालना चाहता है. So always जो चूज करोगे which is very helpful and healthy for you, you will choose that. ठीक है, अगर मेरा वजन बढ़ रहा है और मुझे मेरे सामने एक पेस्ट्री पड़ी हुई है तो माय चॉइस कि मैं उसको खाऊं कि नहीं. ओके, पर मैंने उसे खाना चूज कर लिया, यहां तक लेकर आई, अगेन चॉइस पॉइंट इज इन माय हैंड. अब पूरा मुंह में डाल लूं कि नहीं, पर एक बाइट ले भी लिया, अगेन चॉइस पॉइंट इज देयर कि ओके वन बाइट में इनफ कर जाऊं और नहीं, वन बाइट इज इनफ फॉर मी. सेकेंड बाइट ले लिया तो भी चॉइस पॉइंट है कि अब इसको मैं और खाऊं कि नहीं. ठीक है, तो उसको फिनिश करते तक चॉइस पॉइंट मेरे ही हाथ में था. बट अगर मैंने ब्लेम कर दिया, यार पेस्ट्री लाकर मेरे सामने रख दिया, पता है मैं डाइटिंग में थी फिर भी आपने ऐसा कर दिया, है ना, यू डिड वेरी रॉन्ग विथ मी. ठीक है, सो आई थिंक ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन इज अ डिमांड ऑफ दिस सिनेरियो, करंट सिचुएशन. सो वी हैव टू ऑलवेज प्रिपेयर फॉर चेंजेस. यू कैन मेक अ प्लान व्हाट यू कैन डू और व्हाट यू नॉट. ठीक है, डू और डोंट्स की लिस्ट बना लीजिए and accept with respect. Always accept changes with respect, with gratitude. Be grateful. ठीक है, I hope this makes you
Yes, ma'am. That was very helpful, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Moving on to the next question, that we all have heard something kind of this in our lives कि मामा जी के लड़के ने टॉप किया, इसको इतने मार्क्स मिले हैं, ठीक है, उसके बच्चे ने देखो इतना अच्छा काम कर रहा है and you are doing nothing. So how does comparison between siblings, peers or friends by parents, teachers or any other family members affects one's mental health? Starting with Priyal.
Okay, so I feel that our parents and our teachers, they want the best for us. So just understanding कि उनका intention क्या है, अगर वो compare कर भी रहे, what is it that they want for us? And if we know कि end goal same है, जो हम चाहते हैं हमारी life से, and what they want for us, it's the same. They want us to be happy, they want us to be successful. It is the way that bothers us a lot. Maybe they want us to maybe, let's say, take up science or arts or maths or whatever, but if you know what you like, what you want, and what you're good at, being able to communicate that with your parents, that I know you want me to you want me to be happy, but this is how I want to be, and this is what I want to do instead of taking up PCM or any other subject that they want. So being able to communicate that and finding those words, ऐसा नहीं कि आज गुस्सा कर दिया कि नहीं आप हमेशा मुझे ये बोलते हो, आप हमेशा मुझे डांटते हो, but being able to explain it to them कि आपको वो क्यों चाहिए, कैसे चाहिए और आप वो कैसे achieve करोगे. So I think for that you need to work on yourself a lot first.
Thank you very much, Priyal. Moving on to Kamakshi.
I think comparison, if you're talking about comparison, I think you must have heard that, Sharma ji ka beta got 95% in maths and you can never do that. Or, just look at how good your brother is playing basketball, but you can never do that. The thing that our parents don't get is that I love singing, and I don't want to play basketball. Or, I can score 95% in biology, but not in maths. So I think almost all of us has been compared to our siblings and friends many a times. And personally speaking, it does affect our mental health because we start believing that we are not worth anything and that we are not good at things as compared to the people around us. And I think we all have different skills, interest, personality traits, and abilities that makes us who we are. And by constant comparison, they increase our anxiety and stress levels. It can lower our self-esteem. Not only parents, even our friends compare, our teachers compare us, our relatives compare us to the other children out there. And, we begin to feel incapable of being good at anything. And we may start to shy away from social situations and we start to hesitate to participate in groups because now we feel like I cannot do it, and that other child who's singing is better than me because I am going to be compared. If I'm going to perform in that stage, I will be compared by my sister. So those situations, it really lowers our self-esteem, and we may feel that nothing we do is good enough, and as a result we just may stop trying at all. So yeah.
Thank you very much, Kamakshi. Parminder ma'am, your views on this.
थैंक यू सो मच कामाक्षी एंड प्रियल. इन्होंने जो भी कहा वो बहुत बहुत ही अच्छा पॉइंट था. द कंपैरिजन, yes, of course we always do this in our life, right? अगर हमारे पेरेंट्स नहीं कर रहे होते हैं तो समटाइम्स हम भी कर रहे होते हैं कंपैरिजन, है ना. सो ये कंपैरिजन वाला जो टॉपिक है इस पे इट इज नॉट रिलेटेड विद ओनली चाइल्ड. इसमें पूरे पेरेंटिंग एंड योर एनवायरनमेंट ये सब मैटर करता है. तो अगर यहाँ पे कुछ पेरेंट्स सुन रहे होंगे तो मैं टिप देना चाहूँगी कि देयर इज नो कंपैरिजन बिटवीन टू पर्सन, राइट. सिर्फ और सिर्फ कंपैरिजन आप हमेशा करें अपने ही आप से कि कल मैंने ये किया था और ये काम अगर आज मैंने किया है तो इन अ बेटर वे और नॉट. तो कंपैरिजन सिर्फ आपका अपने ही साथ होना चाहिए, ठीक है. अगर अभी मैं आप लोगों से कहूँ आप आंखें 5 सेकंड के लिए भी बंद करें or whatever you are doing is doing for yourself or you're wanted to pleasing someone. राइट हम हमेशा क्या सोचते हैं, नहीं यार मैं ऐसा करूंगा मेरी मम्मा को अच्छा लगेगा, या ऐसा करूंगी तो पापा को अच्छा लगेगा, मैं पापा की बेटी हूँ. जो आई फील लाइक दैट बिकॉज आई एम वेरी क्लोज टू माई फादर. सो आई वॉज लाइक ओके मैं ऐसे करूंगी ना, ये वाली पेंटिंग पापा को पसंद आई थी, ओके ये वाली पेंटिंग मैं और अच्छे से और बार बार बनाऊंगी. समथिंग हम हमेशा क्या होता ना कि खुश करने के लिए ही काम करते हैं और खुश करने के लिए उधर ही फोकस हो जाते, राइट? मुझे खुशी मिल रही है कि नहीं, ये हम थम कर नहीं सोच पाते. ठीक है, पूरे टाइम जैसे अभी आपने कहा चलो जी शर्मा जी के लड़के को ऐसा मिला तो आप शर्मा जी के लड़के के जैसा पढ़ना चाहोगे, एंड विदाउट एनी असेस योर एबिलिटी. अगर आपने वेट लिफ्टर्स को देखा होगा तो कुछ 50 केजी का वेट लिफ्ट करते हैं, कुछ 100 केजी का वेट लिफ्ट करते हैं. बट 50 केजी का वेट लिफ्टर अगर सोचेगा कि यार मुझे तो 100% 100 केजी वाले के समान होना होगा, बट ही कांट ना, बिकॉज उसकी फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ उसको अलाउ नहीं करेगी. ठीक है, सो without understanding your child's capability, your children ability, the strength of your child, and try to push them to reach the goal the other person या other child is there, is very painful for them. Again, अगर आप मैराथन दौड़ने के लिए, अगर वो 1 मीटर भी दौड़ नहीं सकता और आप उसको मैराथन दौड़ने के लिए करेंगे, नहीं वो दौड़ता है तुम क्यों नहीं दौड़ रहे हो, वो स्पोर्ट्स में इतना अच्छा है तुम क्यों नहीं दौड़ रहे, तुम क्यों नहीं खेलते हो, why you are not participating in sports. But your child is not able to participate, child is physically able to participate in sports, then how can he? But फिजिकली हमें सब दिखता है. मैं बार बार ये कहूंगी, वी आर हियर टू मेंटल हेल्थ अवेयरनेस फॉर मेंटल वेल बीइंग. फिजिकल कंडीशन हमेशा विजिबल होती है, मेंटल कंडीशन विजिबल नहीं होती, तो वी आर लेस कंपैशनेट टुवर्ड्स द मेंटल वेल बीइंग. करेक्ट, हम उनके लिए तो कंपैशनेट ही नहीं हो पाते हैं. हमें उनके प्रति पेन नहीं फील होता उनका. वही किसी के हाथ कट जाता है तो ओ माय गॉड कितना दुख रहा होगा ना तुझे, आई कैन फील योर पेन. समटाइम्स हम ऐसे करते हैं, यार तुझे बहुत दर्द हुआ होगा. बट अगर वो द पर्सन इज फेसिंग सम मेंटल प्रॉब्लम, मेंटल इमोशनल ब्रोकन, इमोशनली ब्रोकन, हम कंपैशनेट हो ही नहीं पाते हैं बिकॉज दैट इज नॉट विजिबल. ठीक है, तो कंपैरिजन करना और किसी को इवेल्युएट करना किसी और को देखकर, आपकी स्ट्रेंथ को इवेल्युएट करना इज नॉट करेक्ट, डेफिनेटली. ठीक है, बट यहाँ पर हम कैसे अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हैं? जस्ट फोकस ऑन योर स्किल्स, फोकस ऑन योर एबिलिटी. ठीक है, एंड ट्राई टू डेवलप योर स्किल्स बिकॉज एवरीथिंग इज अ स्किल. ठीक है, योर बिहेवियर, आप बिहेवियर को भी चेंज कर सकते हैं. योर थॉट पैटर्न, यू कैन चेंज योर थॉट पैटर्न ऑल्सो. सो यू कैन डील विद दिस टाइप ऑफ सिचुएशंस विथ योर मेंटल वेलबींग. जैसा कि हेल्थ को लेकर कहा कि हाउ यू आर मैनेजिंग योर this disbalance, correct, that makes you healthy, and that is very important. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thank
very
you
much, ma'am.
so-
Rishi, please take over.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. So the next question that I want to ask you is how can we be realistic when we are dealing with relationships, be it our friends or our parents or our other family members or teachers, any relationship. It is very difficult for us to be realistic because what you've seen on screen is ki ZNMD wala friendship trio, and we all want that. We all want our friends to be that spontaneous and that kind of fun, but that is not reality, we all know. And we kind of make this lack of this thing in our life कि मेरे पास अच्छे friends नहीं हैं and मेरे पास अच्छे parents नहीं हैं, जबकि that is not true. जो reality है वो ऐसी नहीं होती है. So how can we be more realistic? Priya?
Okay. So for this, first you need to identify what expectations you exactly have from your friends. because we ourselves don't know कि हमें उनसे क्या चाहिए, and then when they end up not being able to fulfill that, we get angry कि you are my best friend and this is what I was expecting and you didn't deliver it. But did you communicate that to that person? So first identify what is it exactly that you want and what you're seeking out of that whole friendship or relationship. The second one is setting boundaries for yourself and learning to respect their boundaries as well. So just because you like drinking, you like smoking, does not mean that your friend has to do it with you just because they are friends with you. So if they are not into it, you have to respect their boundaries. And if you don't like it, तो ये नहीं कि मुझे friendship prove करनी है, तो he is drinking, so I have to drink, वरना वो मुझे उससे लगेगा कि मैं उसका best friend नहीं हूँ. So respecting your own self as well as respecting your friends is something that you can do. And again, I would say that communicate however you are feeling. जब तक वो चीज़ बढ़ जाए, जब गुस्सा आ जाए, उसके बाद वो चीज़ share मत करो. As soon as you start feeling that there's something wrong or there's something that is bugging you, communicate that to the person.
Yeah, that was very beautifully put. Communication really is the key to a good relationship. Parminder ma'am, would you like to add something? Okay, and while the speakers are answering, if any of you have any kind of queries or questions for our speakers, you may put it in the chat box. We have a limitation of time, so we'll try to take as much of them as possible, and we have our own questions as well. But we'll try to cover everything.
Yeah, I agree with Priya. She
Okay.
explained very well.
Parminder ma'am, would
Am I
you like to add?
audible? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Okay. Okay. So yes, प्रियल के कुछ पॉइंट्स में मैं ऐड करना चाहूंगी, जैसे रिलेशनशिप की जो बात हो रही थी, इस पे प्रियल लास्ट में जो आपने बोला एक बार आप फिर से रिपीट करेंगे थोड़ा सा?
Communication वाला part ना?
Yes, communication.
So communication में I said कि usually it happens कि जब हम बहुत ज़्यादा गुस्सा हो जाते हैं या when we feel that we have reached our saturation level, that's when we decide to talk to our friends or our partners. But as soon as we start feeling that there's something wrong or there's something bugging us, हम तब वो चीज़ share नहीं करते. हमें लगता है कि ठीक है अभी जाने दो, एक बार हो गया, दो बार हो गया. But वो चीज़ जब heights cross कर देती है, that's when we start talking.
Yes, yes. I agree. And एक और चीज आपने कही थी कि अगर साथ में ड्रिंक्स कर रहे हैं तो you should, तो इसी बात पे मैं कहूंगी कि yes, you learn to be assertive. You learn how to say no without hurting someone's feeling. And इसके साथ ही एक चीज और कही थी कि which is healthy and helpful for you, you have to choose that. Correct? So that makes a relationship very strong. क्योंकि अगर आपके साथ जिसने भी relationship रखनी है, friendship रखनी है, if you are helpful and healthy for them, always give them very, opinion. You share your opinion, a very helpful opinion. So they will definitely respect your opinion, and they will be with you always.
Okay, that was a really nice answer. Thank you so much for that.
I would like to add one more point to that. Rishi, I would like to add one more. So just like in relationship, we have certain non-negotiables that कि अगर उस person ने cheat किया, then I'm going to leave that person. So you know what you like, what you don't, and what your values are. Similarly, even in friendships and other relationships, you need to understand what your non-negotiables are even in that. So if you know that your friend is forcing you to do something that you don't align with, then you need to know that you need to cut down that friendship right then and there before it becomes toxic to you.
So it is not about always, the unhealthy or unhelpful things. It is about us also, because we have to develop the listening skill also. Maximum time ये जरूरी नहीं कि सामने वाले के कारण ही relationship में problem आ रही होगी. Maybe we have to focus on our own qualities. So we have to develop the listening skill also. So that will be helpful, I think.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Yes.
Coming to bullying, a lot of us in school, in college, in every phase of life have faced bullying and do face bullying due to a lot of things, maybe our gender, or there are so many things that I cannot even discuss. So what happens is that there are a lot of negative effects of bullying. It can really harm a person. But the one that stands out for me is that it can break one internally. Like, for example, if I am bullied and I see that the group of people, they're standing outside, then I won't want to go in outside of my house because they're standing there. I'll be scared. So there are many such situations where the person is very weak and scared internally. How can one deal with that?
Should I?
Yeah.
Actually, the bullying topic is very sensitive. You know, you need another session for this. And as a mental health professional, it is my responsibility that कि इस पर कुछ ऐसा बोलकर हम छोड़ा नहीं जा सकता, like, you know, the so people will get the misunderstanding or the not hold the right point of this, right? Because this is really very sensitive, because I've मैंने इतने cases किए कि because this is very, you know, very close to me also, because I saw the so many child. And bullying is a, what type of bullying they faces, you know, cyberbullying or emotional, or so this is very sensitive. But yes, अगर हम सिर्फ जनरल टॉपिक पे बात, जनरल वेरी कॉमन उस पे करें, लाइक कि किसी कोई आपसे पावरफुल है एंड ही इज बुलिंग यू फिजिकली और verbally, so what you can do, this I can say that just avoid those people. ठीक है, आप वहां से हट जाएं and go towards the, ये मैं बच्चों के हिसाब से ही बता रही हूँ, right? हम बड़े तो जब थोड़े से और बड़े हो जाते हैं तो we know how to deal with this, but the consequences, yes, a child bullying consequences you can face in your teenage also. Yeah, so आप वहां से हट जाएं, speak with your parents without any fear. आप ये ना सोचें कि नहीं, अगर मैंने कह दिया तो कुछ बच्चों ने ऐसा भी मुझे कहा कि मैम हम इसलिए नहीं बता पाते बिकॉज हमें लगता है कि पेरेंट्स विल जज अस एंड दे विल ब्लेम अस कि तुमने कुछ किया होगा इसीलिए तुम्हें स्कूल में ऐसा होता है, तुम्हारे ही साथ ऐसा क्यों होता है. सो पेरेंट्स को भी मैं कहूंगी कि प्लीज बी ओपन टू लिसन टू योर चाइल्ड एंड accept their emotion, don't judge them. एंड बच्चों से कहूंगी कि बी ओपन विथ योर पेरेंट्स, विथ योर फ्रेंड्स. हम सबकी लाइफ में कोई ना कोई ऐसा जरूर होता है जिनसे हम थोड़े से खुलकर बात कर पाते हैं, ठीक है? अपने वैसे रिलेशनशिप के पास में जाइए, उनसे जरूर बताइए, है ना? और स्कूल में अगर आप हैं और आप इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू डू एनीथिंग फिजिकली, यू आर नॉट इनफ स्ट्रांग, सो जस्ट अवॉइड दोज थिंग्स. एंड इसमें और काफी सारी चीजें आती हैं, हाउ टू यू नो, आप कैसे अपने आप को बुलिंग से सेव कर सकते हैं एंड ओवरकम विद दिस. बिकॉज येस, क्योंकि चाइल्डहुड में बुलिंग अगर होती है तो यू कैन फेस द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेज इन योर elder age, right? Adolescent age में आकर भी you can face these consequences. Nightmares आते हैं उनको, sleep walking start हो जाती है, you know, panic attacks उनको एक certain age पे आने के बाद panic बोलना, panic attacks होते हैं उन्हें. So right, and अगर आपके इस प्लेटफॉर्म से मैं facing bullying and these type of situation in this, so they can contact us please. क्योंकि हफ्ते में एक दिन हम यहाँ पे सेशन लेते हैं पहचान अपने सेंटर में, जो फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट रहता है. they can come to us and talk to and share their emotions, जिसे मैं सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्शन का नाम देती हूँ कि वी कैन रिफ्लेक्ट, वी कैन सी आवरसेल्व्स, यू नो, कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली वी आर फेसिंग एंड व्हाट वी हैव टू डू. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you, ma'am. Kamakshi?
Yeah. So I think bullying, the thing about bullying is that the person who is bullied, who is being bullied has to go through trauma and is persecuted because of someone else's insecurities. I think dealing with this trauma and internal struggle is definitely tough, and what might help, just letting it out and just lifting the heavy rock from your chest. I think every person now and then bullies you about your looks. They body shame you. They, comment about your marks. They comment about your speaking abilities. And if a person is going through depression or anxiety at the moment, and you are bullying that person, it really becomes hard for that person to show up on events and classes. And I think bullying is a very I would say a very popular, and a very popular part of a student's life. I think that and I would just say that being bullied, if a child is being bullied, they really had to go through trauma, and they build up insecurities of their own, and yeah, they struggle a lot, and it is really tough.
Can I add a very tiny thing? I really want to, because it is like young people are here and I really want to say it.
Okay, go ahead.
May I? So remember that it is not necessarily that somebody outside your family is going to bully you. People in your family, even your guardians, I'm saying, can bully you. So don't be like, okay, this is my parents, so the person can't. कभी कभी पेरेंट्स नहीं होते, कभी कभी आपके लीगल गार्डियंस होते हैं because of your circumstances. वो भी हो सकते हैं. It could be your siblings, it could be your grandparents. मेरा grandparents से ज़्यादा कोई interaction नहीं है, तो मेरे को उनका इतना नहीं पता. But like it can happen. तो ऐसे मत सोचना कि this is the standard that has been set. And don't be like, see, I know parents को idealize किया जाता है, but at the end of the day, they're still humans and they could be doing something that they shouldn't be doing. I had to face इतनी छोटी सी इशू को इतना लंबा मेरे साथ हो चुका है. That's why I wanted to say कि ऐसे मत समझना कि पेरेंट नहीं कर सकता, पेरेंट भी करता है. And it can lead to a whole lot of problems. It could lead you to seeking validation outside as well. And it is, somebody could be dragging on something, and I think it was Kamakshi who said that it is somebody else's insecurity that's being projected on you, that was like apt to the situation. That is actually a thing, nobody notices it, and because we are so young, we actually think that the problem is like, I'm the problem over here, because that is the adult, and that is how we have been taught, that if that is the adult, the person is right in any circumstances. Okay, can I give a tiny example, or should I leave it here?
I think
I should leave it here.
Time, so I'm
you have to
really
leave it. Let's leave it. But have to remember that it could be somebody in your family as well. So don't be like, nahi ho sakta.
Yes.
So go on.
Yeah, that's why I said this. This is a very sensitive and topic actually, and this need a very a complete session on this we can take. Correct? Yeah, we can go ahead, I think.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I'm so sorry. Due to the paucity of time, we could not address this issue very, very well. And I think that's the thing when we, sit down to talk about mental well-being. There are just so many things to discuss and so many questions to address that, no matter how much time we take to sit down, it just somehow is not enough, which is fair enough. And looking at the audience, looking at the kind of interaction that they're bringing in, it's very encouraging for us as well as organizers. So that's why I just want some of the people in the audience to get their questions addressed. All of them have been listening very patiently since almost an hour and a half. So we have Shalini ma'am in the audience. Ma'am, are you here? Shalini ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So you had some questions. Please puch lijiye whatever questions you have.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
if our speakers want to address, please go ahead.
Yeah, sometimes kids feel that they are in problem, but they don't feel like sharing because they think that what others can help me. Just what can we do for this? They think what's the use sharing?
Ma'am, you are a parent, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, I'm a parent.
Yeah. So, anyone, Parminder ma'am, do you want to take this up?
या अगर मैंने शालिनी जी का क्वेश्चन ठीक से सुना है तो the kids are not sharing their emotions and their things with parents, right, Shalini ji?
Yeah.
They are not comfortable to share their things with you.
Yeah.
Yes, for they इस पे आप ये कर सकते हैं कि you can make them comfortable. जो हमारे हाथ में हम वो कर सकते हैं कि don't judge them, accept their emotions. What कभी वो कुछ ऐसा बताते हैं हम कहते हैं हमें पता था तुमने ऐसे ही करने वाला है, ठीक है, हम कई बार उनसे से कहते हैं हमें मालूम था तुमने यही करना है, बट दे आर तो ट्राइंग टू शेयर विद देयर थिंग्स ना, बट हमारा रिएक्शन उन्हें कई बार स्टॉप कर देता है कि नेक्स्ट टाइम अगर ऐसा कुछ होगा ना तो आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू शेयर विद माय मॉम और माय डैड बिकॉज अदरवाइज दे विल दे गेट एंग्री विद, है ना. सो हमें छोटी सी चीजें जो हैं हम कई बार हम उनसे अपनी चीजें शेयर कर सकते हैं. सो ये उन्हें एक लर्निंग हो सकती है कि ओके इफ द ममा और इफ द पेरेंट आर शेयरिंग विद मी देन आई कैन शेयर आल्सो.
Actually.
Yeah, don't label them with their activity. Whatever they did, don't label them good or bad, okay? And don't label them, don't judge them. This is really very important. And accept them whatever they are. That is very important. First, you accept them and then you can give advice if you feel, oh okay, whatever they did is wrong, maybe this is not this is going to bad the unhelpful for my child, so you can give your advice, but first you accept. Your acceptance is very important. I think this is helpful for you, Shalini ji.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Shalini.
All right. Ma'am, we also have more questions. So Jayesh was also asking a question. Jayesh, would you like to go ahead?
Yes, thank you, Vanshika. I'm so sorry I'm not able to turn on my camera. So I had a question that sometimes is it okay like not to keep a track of anything? Like, we all are aware about our mental health issues, our mental health, overall of our mental health, but sometimes is it simply okay to just not keep a track and just go on how things are going and take it at a slow phase and one step at a time? Yeah.
Whoever wants to take, Priyal, would you like to take this up?
Jayesh, I have a question for you as well. Why do you think it's not okay to keep a track?
Because sometimes I feel it gets overwhelming. Sometimes it feels like you're not able to, or you are not ready to, tackle it right now. Like अभी तो मुझे ऐसा नहीं लगता कि मैं अभी ये चीज को या फेस को हैंडल कर सकता हूँ. So I just want to, keep it aside, like, do things parallelly. But okay, I'll address this issue after a while, or like just go on. So yeah.
So I think, yes, if you feel that you need some space and you just need to let yourself feel however you're feeling, allow yourself to do that. And once you're ready to process it, then take out time to do that. But don't be so hard on yourself that, you have to do it right now. Abhi mujhe janna hai, kya ho raha hai, kya nahi. Let your emotions flow first. And whenever you feel that, now you can process it, then you can start.
Thank you so much.
All right. Moving ahead, we also have a question from Jia. She is asking us about how can we help somebody else. Jia, you here?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to ask, like, if I can clearly see someone struggling, but they themselves not being able to comprehend that and not seeking therapy for that, how can I help that person that is going through something help seek therapy?
Kamakshi, would you like to take that up?
Yeah, I think personally, my friends helped me a lot. I think, you should just check up on that person. You should just, call that person, or, just text, or, just call their parents that, is she okay? Is she doing fine? Or, just check up on her. Small things like, you can just ask her if you've eaten, if you are, doing well, if you have, any problems that you want to share with me. You can just ask again and again. I know that person who is suffering will say that, no, I'm fine and I don't want to tell you. But you just have to make that person feel comfortable that you can share your things with me. I will listen. And you just make her feel that you're not going to judge her for what that person is going to say. So yeah, you just have to make that person feel comfortable, and you have to just check up on that person.
या इसमें मैं एक
Yes, ma'am.
पॉइंट ऐड करना चाहूँगी।
जी,
कामाक्षी
जी।
ने बहुत बढ़िया कहा, क्योंकि कई फ्रेंड्स लेकर आते हैं हमारे पास, तो शायद जिया का था कि हाउ टू प्रिपेयर देम फॉर थेरेपी, है ना? सो थेरेपी के लिए यस, जैसा कामाक्षी ने कहा कि आप उन्हें कंफर्टेबल कर सकते हैं, बट यू कैन नॉट बी देयर थेरेपिस्ट, राइट? सो आप उनके साथ आ सकते हैं। बहुत सारे फ्रेंड्स मेरे पास फ्रेंड्स को लेकर आते हैं, एंड आई फील सो गुड अबाउट इट। आई मीन लाइक वाओ काइंड ऑफ थिंग, यू नो। जस्ट आप उनसे कह सकते हैं कि ओके, इफ यू आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल टू गो अलोन, आई एम कमिंग विथ यू, so they can come। and उसके बाद तो फिर थेरेपिस्ट के पास में अगर वो एक बार आ जाते हैं, तो देन थेरेपिस्ट का काम बनता है कि उनको कैसे कंफर्टेबल करना है, एंड हाउ टू क्रिएट दैट अलायंस, यू नो। सो आप उन्हें जरूर ये कह सकते हैं कि यस, कम विद अस। थैंक यू
Okay.
प्रिया।
Thank you so much, ma'am. All right. Mark also had a question in the beginning of the session. Mark, do you still want to ask it, or do you think it got answered?
Yeah, I feel it got answered. Thank you.
All right, no issues. Okay, so I had one question, but before that, we also had one more question from Kajal. She's saying कि कभी-कभी हम बहुत डिप्रेसिव फील करते हैं, तो उस टाइम पे what are the immediate things जो हम कर सकते हैं ताकि हम उस फीलिंग से ओवरकम कर पाए? काजल, are you here? Yeah, please ask.
हाँ, समटाइम ऐसा होता है कि वर्कलोड बहुत ज्यादा होता है, इन द सेंस कि स्कूल से, कोचिंग से, और हम लोग स्टूडेंट लाइफ में हैं, तो हम लोग मतलब कभी कभी बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाते हैं। लगता है कि यार मतलब इतनी सारी चीजें हैं, कैसे मैनेज कर रहे हैं, शाम रात 12 बजे तक जाग रहे हैं, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, समझ नहीं आ रहा करना क्या है, और फिर अचानक सब कुछ ऐसे शट डाउन करके और बैठ जाओ, और बहुत डिप्रेशन टाइप से फील होते हैं, और लगता है कि इमोशनली अब हम क्या कर सकते हैं, मतलब सब कुछ लॉस्ट हो गया है। 1 मिनट में ऐसा ऐसा फील होने लगता है, ओवर थिंकिंग इतने ज्यादा ही आने लगते हैं कि हम स्टॉप ही नहीं कर पाते हैं उसे, और कितना भी कर लो ठीक नहीं होता है। तो वही है कि कभी कभी बहुत ज्यादा डिप्रेस हो जाते हैं, तो उससे ओवरकम करने के लिए उस टाइम हम क्या करें, ये जानना है मुझे।
ओके,
परमिंदर मैम।
यस, हेलो
जी।
काजल।
यस मैम।
जैसा आपने बोला, कभी कभी हम बहुत डिप्रेस जैसे हो जाते हैं, है ना? तो सबसे पहले हम ये
Yes,
सोचते हैं कि हम डिप्रेस हो जाते हैं, कि हमें सैड फील हो रहा है ना? तो कई बार बहुत सारा काम, जैसे आप कहते हैं वर्क ओवरलोडेड आप हो जाते हैं वर्क से, काम से, है ना? तो आप ये, जब हम बहुत सारा काम अपनी आंखों के सामने देखते हैं, तो हम क्या करते हैं ना, अपने ब्रेन को वो मैसेज देते हैं कि अरे बाप रे, इतना सारा काम है। उससे क्या होता ना कि हमारे ब्रेन को रियलिटी सही का होना और नहीं होने का अंतर हमारे दिमाग को, ब्रेन को नहीं पता होता है, ठीक है? रियलिटी में वो चीज है कि नहीं है, हम जो अपने दिमाग से कह रहे होते हैं वो उस पे रिएक्ट करता है। ध्यान रखिएगा इस बात पे, आप सब भी। Whatever हम अपने ब्रेन से कहते हैं वो उस पे रिएक्ट करता है। तो आप स्ट्रेस फील करते हैं बहुत सारा काम का लिस्ट देखकर कि इतना सारा काम करने का है, रादर देन आप इसको स्ट्रेसफुल होने की बजाय आप देखिए, प्लान कर लीजिए कि सबसे पहले प्रायोरिटाइज करिए, कि प्राथमिकता दीजिए कि मुझे कौन सा काम पहले निपटाने का है, निपटा के टिक कर दीजिए, है ना? आप ऐसे करके सीक्वेंस बना सकते हैं अपने काम की, वो आपको मदद करेगा आपको हल्का करने के लिए। दूसरा, आपने कहा ओवर थिंकिंग, आपको नहीं समझ में आता है कि वो क्या करना है और क्या नहीं करने का है, तो उसके लिए आप ये कर सकते हैं कि जो अभी आपने अगर सुना होगा, शुरू से आप हमारे पास हैं, तो हमने एक टेक्निक बताई थी, 3-3-3 वाला रूल अप्लाई करेंगे। 3 आवाज को सुनिए, 3 बॉडी पार्ट्स पे फोकस करिए, 3 तरीके का ऑब्जेक्ट से उसको फोकस करिए। ये आपका ज्यादा से ज्यादा 15 सेकंड का टाइम लेता है। पर आप ये ना सोचें कि अगर मैं ये एक्टिविटी करने बैठ गई तो मेरा काम का क्या होगा, है ना? सिर्फ कुछ सेकंड की बात होगी, आप बैठ जाएंगे, आप अभी भी आप बात करते करते भी आप कर सकते हैं। यू ऑल कैन डू दिस। यू जस्ट हियर 3 वॉइसेस, जो भी आप डिफरेंट वॉइसेस सुन रहे हैं, ठीक है, उनको सुनकर फिर आप अपने बॉडी पार्ट पे फोकस करिए। 3 तरह बॉडी पार्ट आप जो भी चूज कर सकते हैं, लाइक फिंगर्स, यू कैन फोकस ऑन योर फिंगर्स, you can focus on your shoulder, what is happening, is there any sensation or not, just try to relax your shoulder, and then focus on your feet, just try to relax the muscles on your feet. ठीक है, समझ रहे हैं काजल जी? हाँ, और उसके बाद अपने साथ ब्रेथ पे फोकस करें कि मेरी सांस कैसे चल रही है, क्या मेरा सांस धीमा चल रहा है, तेज चल रहा है, कैसा चल रहा है, और उसको थोड़ा सा अलाइन करने की कोशिश करिए। क्या होता है ना, उसका रिदम बिगड़ता है जब भी हम डिस्टर्ब हो जाते हैं। तो जब उसका रिदम बिगड़ता है ना, तब हमको ऐसा लगता है कि कुछ तो भी मेरे शरीर में हो रहा है और हम और पैनिक करने लग जाते हैं। दैट इज हैपनिंग समथिंग, कुछ मेरे को कुछ हो तो नहीं जा रहा है। फिर वही बात हो गई, नेगेटिव प्रेडिक्शन ऑफ फ्यूचर। अरे बाप रे, मुझे ऐसा तो नहीं हो जाएगा, मेरे को हार्ट अटैक तो नहीं आ जाएगा, मेरा सिर दुख रहा है, मुझे कुछ ऐसा तो नहीं हो गया होगा। फिर हमारा सारा फोकस जो होता है वो फिजिकल लेवल पे आ जाता है ना? सो आप ये छोटी छोटी एक्टिविटी अपनी डे टू डे लाइफ में करने लगेंगे ना, तो सारा सॉर्टेड हो जाएगा। और सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज, आप लिखना शुरू करिए। अगर आपको कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा, पेपर पेन पकड़ लीजिए और उसको लिख लीजिए कि मुझको क्या लग रहा है, चाहे वो स्टोरी जैसा ही क्यों ना हो। थोड़ी देर में आप देखेंगे कि अरे ये सब सॉर्टेड है, इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं था जितना मुझको लग रहा था। ठीक है, सो प्लान योर डे अकॉर्डिंगली, अपने काम का हिसाब से अपना प्लान करिए। ठीक है, अपने टास्क को आप उसको टिक करते जाइए। आप देखेंगे कि अरे सब कुछ आराम से होता जा रहा है ना? और बहुत फास्ट भागने की जरूरत नहीं है, जस्ट स्लो डाउन, फोकस अपने काम पे। ये काम इतनी देर में होना है, वो होगा, सोच के नहीं होगा, करके होगा। ओके?
So, building on to Parminder ma'am's point on overthinking, because that was one of the major issues even during the quiz. I have a small activity, 30 seconds activity. So I want all of you to close your eyes. Now think about a red triangle. Now think about a coconut tree. Now think about a moon. Now you can open your eyes. ऐसा कोई भी था जिसके लिए डिफिकल्ट था स्विच करना amongst all these images? No, right?
A little
No.
bit.
A little bit. Little
They
bit.
kept overlapping, so I could still
Yeah.
see something.
But was it difficult to switch एक thought से दूसरे thought पे?
No.
So similarly, even while thinking, we feel that we can't control our thoughts, but it's not really like that. It's just that we feel that we don't have control over it. Because mind, like people say, it's a beautiful, beautiful slave, but a dangerous master. So as long as you take control over it, you are fine. So like whenever you feel that you're overthinking, you're losing control over your thoughts, your actions, so just sit back and just say stop, and you would feel that your thoughts would stop right there, or just say next, and you would see that it switches from one thought to another, or maybe like different topic. So even these like small activities would really help you just even to recognize that you have control over whatever you're thinking.
एक और इस पे ऐड करना चाहूंगी, ओवर थिंकिंग, चूंकि यस हमने सब उसमें देखा था। आप जिस चीज के लिए रेजिस्ट करते हैं वो चीज बार बार आपको दिखाई देती है। अगर अभी जैसा प्रियल ने कहा, आप आईज क्लोज करिए, और अगर सेकंड के लिए आप आईज क्लोज करेंगे, एंड इफ आई वुड से डोंट थिंक अबाउट पिंक एलिफेंट, कॉन्स्टेंटली यू विल थिंक पिंक एलिफेंट, कुछ भी होता जाएगा। आप कोई भी थॉट को अगर रेजिस्ट करते हैं वो बार बार आएगा। तो दैट इज द पिंक एलिफेंट इन योर ब्रेन। सो काजल जी, ऐसा ही होता है, हम जिस चीज को बहुत ज्यादा प्रेशर से रोकने की कोशिश करते हैं वो उतने ही जोर से हमारी तरफ आती है, क्योंकि गाहे बगाहे हम अपने दिमाग में उसी को ही चर्न करते रहते हैं, है ना? सो जो है ठीक है, सोच लिया, ओके ये काम हो गया, उसे हटा दीजिए। ये एक स्किल है जो कि डेवलप हो सकती है, ऐसे ही मिनटों में नहीं होगी। दैट हम सबको पता है ये वाली बात, बट वी हैव टू प्रैक्टिस इट। हमारा ब्रेन जो न्यूरोप्लास्टिसिटी है, आप सबसे कहूंगी कि आप ये आफ्टर दिस सेशन यू जस्ट ऑल वॉच दिस न्यूरोप्लास्टिसिटी का वीडियो जो सेंटिस का 2 मिनट का है, कैसे ब्रेन के पैटर्न्स बनते हैं. सो वॉट एवर यू आर डूइंग इन डे टू डे लाइफ एंड यू आर, चाहे वो नेगेटिव प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो चाहे पॉजिटिव प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, दैट मेक्स अ पाथवेज इन योर ब्रेन. ठीक है, सो जस्ट ट्राई टू फोकस ऑन योर प्रैक्टिस. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Due to a limitation of time, we need to end this session really soon. But before we do, we are taking up 2 last questions. One of them is that mental health is still a taboo. I mean, we have discussed it so much, and हमारे पास इतनी awareness हो गई है. Still, when it comes to accepting that your children or your family members or even my friend has a mental health issue, it's very difficult for me to accept and understand when he tells me that, listen, hey, I need a break. I can't like live normal life right now. I need to take a step back. So how can we make the people around us understand that, yes, I need this break because I'm facing some kind of mental health issues and I can't move on with my regular life right now? Priyal?
I think we should first normalize taking breaks in general, not just when we have mental health issues. So giving yourself break is really important, even if, you don't have to fill all those voids with, let's say, social media or something, watching a movie or just doing something or the other. So just taking out time for yourself is really important. And just because you are free does not mean that your friend or anyone has access to your free time. So that, and coming to your question, normalizing mental health, I think it all starts with communication, even though it's very underrated. But the more we talk about it, the freely we talk about it, even though we have this fear of being judged or, somebody giving advices and not actually listening to us what we want to say, not being able to feel heard or validated, because it's a long, long journey and the taboo is huge, I know, but I think just communicating, talking, and normalizing would happen once we start doing this.
Thank you very much. Moving forward to the last question, and this is something that many of the people face problem with, is the social media has been so, the social life of people is shown as picture perfect. Like they wear masks of happiness where everything is perfect. And after seeing them, certain people feel inferiority complex within themselves as comparing their lives with the other person's lives. But the thing is, they are just showing a happy part of their life and are not showing the reality. So how should one make our attitude in such a way that we do not get inferiority complex or such? Panvinder ma'am, if you would like to answer.
Okay, sure. इसके पहले वो प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन पे भी मैं एक पॉइंट ऐड करना चाहूँगी. प्रियल ने बहुत अच्छा बोला. सो मैं यही कहूँगी कि जो हेल्थ की, मेंटल हेल्थ अगर हम कहते हैं तो इसका ये अभी भी स्टिग्मा क्यों है, ये क्यों लोग इतना जल्दी नहीं आ पाते हैं, क्योंकि हम कहीं ना कहीं मेंटल हेल्थ को ना आउट ऑफ द बॉडी मानते हैं. we have two bodies बाबा. हमारा एक ये शरीर है जिसमें जब कोई डिजीज होती है तो we are very मतलब हम बहुत एक हाईली एक्सेप्टेंस में रहते हैं कि ओके हो गया, कोई बात नहीं. एंड बहुत बार तो हम बहुत प्राउडली बताते हैं, ओके यू नो दिस, कि ऐसा हो गया था बट मैंने ऐसे ट्रीट कर लिया. लेकिन मेंटल हेल्थ को हम बहुत आसानी से नहीं बोल पाते हैं. तो उसको सबसे पहले ऐसे ही एक्सेप्ट करें कि ये भी हमारे बॉडी का हिस्सा ही है, जिसमें अगर कुछ इम्बैलेंसिंग हो रही है तो वो मुझे उसके लिए हेल्प लेनी है. ओके, अब आना है आपके लास्ट क्वेश्चन पे, जिसका फिर से एक बार थोड़ा सा बोलेंगे आप प्लीज?
यस मैम. मैम दैट
थोड़ा सा
मैम सोशल मीडिया को इतना पिक्चर परफेक्ट दिखाया जाता है. आज कोई इंस्टाग्राम में कोई अपनी हैप्पी फोटोज दिखाता है, आप एक परफेक्ट लाइफ दिखाता है, तो उनको शायद कभी कभार इंफीरियोरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स भी आता है और हमें लगता है कि हमारी ही लाइफ है जिसमें प्रॉब्लम्स है और बाकी सब तो मजे कर रहे हैं. तो उस एटीट्यूड को कैसे चेंज करें हम?
सो जो आप कह रहे हैं कि हम सबकी लाइफ को एक बड़ा प्यारा इंसिडेंट बताती हूँ। एक बार मैं वॉकिंग में जा रही थी तो हस्बैंड वाइफ को फोटो क्लिक करते हुए देखा। उसके पहले वो दे आर ऐसे आर्गुइंग वाला उनका एक्सप्रेशंस थे, and she wanted to take a selfie, and she's like and after हंसो ना हंसते क्यों नहीं हो, हंसा के, and they took the selfie, and after that and I was like I just stay there, and उनको मैं देख रही हूँ कि उसके बाद उनके एक्सप्रेशन बिल्कुल चेंज हो गए। सो इसके लिए हमें इंफीरियरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स में जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बिकॉज उसकी रियलिटी एक्चुअली हमें मालूम है कहीं ना कहीं। तो हमें किसी और से वैलिडेशन की जरूरत नहीं है कि ओके दिस लाइफ इज द रियल लाइफ एंड दिस इज नॉट रियल लाइफ। वी एवरीबडी नोज दैट, सो एक्सेप्ट दिस फर्स्ट and always focus on yourself, don't focus on others. What we are doing, we always focus on others. सबसे पहले अपने आप पर ही फोकस करें। और इस पे एक बात जो पहले के क्वेश्चन से भी अभी मैच करेगी कि ब्रेक टाइम आउट हम हर किसी को लगता है, उसके लिए हमें हर बार वेकेशंस पे जाने की जरूरत नहीं होती। टेक अ टाइम आउट, स्टार्ट विथ योर डे विथ योर टाइम आउट विथ योर सेल्फ। आप अपने दिन की शुरुआत ही अपने साथ टाइम स्पेंड करके कर सकते हैं। और जैसे हम मेडिटेशन कहते हैं या माइंडफुलनेस एक्टिविटीज कहते हैं, आप जो भी काम करने जा रहे हैं सुबह अपने साथ वक्त बिताकर करिए। एंड फैक्ट एंड ओपिनियंस पे डिफरेंस करिए। कई बार हम किसी की ओपिनियंस को एज अ फैक्ट लेते हैं, बट व्हाट इज फैक्ट और व्हाट इज ओपिनियन, इसमें डिफरेंस करना हमें आना चाहिए। रियल और अनरियल हमें दिखता है, लेकिन तब भी हम क्यों इन्फ्लुएंस हो रहे हैं, दिस वी हैव टू आस्क आवरसेल्फ। इसके लिए ही यू हैव टू फोकस ऑन योरसेल्फ। व्हाई दिस इज ट्रबलिंग मी, ऐसा क्या है? वो खिंचा रहे हैं, दे आर सीइंग हैप्पी, सो एम आई नॉट हैप्पी टू सीइंग देम हैप्पी? ऐसा तो नहीं होता ना कि किसी को खुश देख के मैं खुश नहीं हो रहा हूं या हो रही हूँ, राइट? आई एम वेरी हैप्पी टू से ओह वाओ पीपल आर सो हैप्पी। पर मैं क्यों हैप्पी नहीं हूं, ये मुझे फोकस करना पड़ेगा कि व्हाई आई एम नॉट हैप्पी इन माय लाइफ, राइट? इसके लिए आप जर्नल लिखिए, आप देखिए। एंड जो अभी मैं जो लैकिंग देखती हूँ, हम ग्रेटफुल नहीं होते हैं व्हाट एवर वी हैव। थोड़ा सा हमें ग्रेटफुल एक्टिविटी, ग्रेटिट्यूड जो हम कहते हैं कि सुबह उठकर 2 मिनट अपने लिए देना और सोने के पहले भी ग्रेटफुल फॉर द द होल डे यू आर। आपको ईश्वर ने जो पूरा दिन दिया था परफॉर्म करने के लिए, सो वी ऑल आर एक्टर हियर। सो अगले दिन अब हमको कैसे परफॉर्म करना है, सो इसमें आपका कंपैरिजन भी आ जाता है। यू कैन कंपेयर विथ योर सेल्फ कि आज मैंने जो काम किया था अब इससे बेहतर मैं कल कैसे करूंगा। तो आज आपने जितने भी टॉपिक्स लिए हैं वो आप ऐसे सारे आपके एक दिन में कवर होने वाली चीजें हैं, आपको डे टू डे लाइफ में लाने वाली चीजें हैं, ठीक है? सो जैसा कहा मैंने कि आप अपने आप को एक्टर सोचिए, यू आर परफॉर्मिंग योर रोल। अगर एक एक्टर स्टेज शो चल रहा है और आप इमेजिन करिए जब कभी आपने ड्रामा किया होगा, स्कूल में हमने पार्टिसिपेट किया होगा, अगर अपने रोल से हटकर दूसरे के रोल पे ध्यान चला गया होगा तो आई फॉरगॉट माय लाइन, ऐसे वाला हाल हो जाएगा। ओ माय गॉड, मुझे क्या बोलना था, मैम ये गलत कर रहा था ना, तो मेरा ध्यान इस पे चला गया था, दैट्स व्हाई आई फॉरगॉट माय लाइंस, राइट? हम सबने फेस किया होगा, मैंने तो किया है, इसलिए आई एम टेलिंग दिस वेरी कंफर्टेबली, एंड सो हम जब छोटे होते तो हम ये चीजें करते हैं, बट हम सीखते हैं। फिर मैम ने क्या कहा होगा हमें, आपको अपने ऊपर ध्यान देना चाहिए था, आपने क्यों उस पर ध्यान दिया, राइट? सो ये हमारी लाइफ भी तो ड्रामा चल रहा है ना, तो हमें तो अपने ही रोल पे फोकस करना है कि मैं अपने रोल को कैसे बेहतर दिखाऊं, बिकॉज मैं अपने रोल से जाना चाहूंगा, दूसरे के रोल से नहीं, है ना? तो हम अपने ही रोल से जाने वाले हैं। सो कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन योर बिहेवियर, कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन योर इमोशन, फोकस ऑन योर, बी अवेयर ऑफ योर ओन बॉडी, राइट? ओन कि व्हाट वी आर एक्चुअली and what we have to do. I think this is helpful for you guys.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. With this, we come to the end with questions. Due to paucity of time, we had to cut short on questions. We had a lot many questions there, but in the last, if any speaker would like to add something in their concluding remarks.
Yeah, just adding on to Yash, we could not, like, as much as we
Parminder
wanted to
ma'am,
hear
real
from everyone on all the questions, we could not really, have enough time for everyone to speak. If there's anything important that we've left out, because all of us at Columns and Comics and at 1857, we're trying, but we do understand that we're not professionals. So there's a very fair chance that we might have left out something that's important. So if there's anything that, any of the speakers wants to add, please go ahead. Please feel free to add.
Yeah, just I wanted to add 2 lines because I have another session after some after 1 hour, so I have to prepare for that also. See, first you have to validate yourself. We nowadays we are focusing on we are seeking a validation from others. That is why we are having हम कहते हैं हमें बहुत स्ट्रेस हो रहा है, नहीं अच्छा लगता, मजा नहीं आ रहा, क्योंकि हम जो भी करते हैं उसका हमें अप्रूवल चाहिए होता है अदर्स से, राइट? ठीक है?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
accept yourself, whatever you are doing. If you are getting good result, then it's okay. If you are not getting good result, work hard so you can improve your skills anytime. You can work on your skills, right? Don't seek approval from others, right? क्योंकि जिसने भी अगर आप कोई चीज लेकर आते हैं सामने में, तो वो अपने कैपेबिलिटी, अपनी एबिलिटी के हिसाब से, कैपेसिटी के हिसाब से आपको रिमार्क करने वाला है, ठीक है? बट आपने टास्क तो अपनी ही कैपेसिटी के हिसाब से करना है. सो फोकस ऑन योर कैपेसिटी, योर रिजल्ट्स, okay? So don't try to don't seek any approval from others. Just focus on yourself. ये मैं जरूर कहूंगी, जिसके लिए आप हमेशा सुबह थोड़ा देर अपने साथ बैठें और अपने आप को रिफ्लेक्ट करें, नॉट अदर्स. खुद को रिफ्लेक्ट करें कि ओके ये काम ऐसा था. अगर अब आपका कोई सिचुएशन ऐसी आती है, एक टेक्निक बस बता देती हूँ, दिस इज 30 सेकंड टेक्निक, आप घर पे सुबह कर सकते हैं. या कोई भी एक ऐसी सिचुएशन आ जाए जिसके बाद आप इमोशनली आपको दैट क्रिएट अ टर्मोइल इनसाइड यू, ठीक है? उसी समय आप ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइज करने के बाद बैठ जाइएगा and just visualize, that called visualize technique. You visualize the scene again, okay? See the scene, see the situation. ऐसा क्या हो गया था कि मेरे भीतर इतना टर्मोइल हुआ? बी ऑनेस्टली यू कैन उसको विजुलाइज करेंगे अपने कहे गए शब्दों को भी, कि ऐसा रिएक्शन आया, मैंने ऐसा कहा. अब कट टू सीन दूसरा, सिचुएशन इज सेम, बट दिस टाइम यू हैव टू टेल टू योरसेल्फ कि सिचुएशन वही है, क्या इस पे मेरी तरफ से कुछ और बेटर रिस्पॉन्स आ सकता था क्या? इस सीन को, इस रोल को क्या मैं और एक बार और, जैसे कहते हैं ना फिल्म वाले कि आप कट 2 कट 3 उनका चलता है कि रीटेक्स करते हैं. सो आप यहाँ पर रीटेक करके देख सकते हैं कि इज देयर एनी अदर वे, अ वेरी हेल्दी वे, कि जिसके लिए मुझको फीलिंग अच्छी हो सकती थी. यहाँ पे भी अभी हम अदर्स पे नहीं जा रहे हैं, ठीक है? सो हो सकता है कि मैंने किसी को जोर से बोल दिया होगा, हाँ ना कर लूंगा ना, कर देंगे, आपको पता नहीं चलता क्या, ये दैट वाज माय रिएक्शन. तो क्या मेरा कुछ और रिएक्शन हो सकता था क्या? तो ओके, मे बी यहाँ पे मैं ये सोच सकती हूँ कि ओके शायद मेरी पिच थोड़ी स्लो हो जाती, मेरी वोकेबुलरी थोड़ी सी अच्छी होती, इस वर्ड की जगह मैंने ये वर्ड रिप्लेस कर दिया होता, तो ओके आई फील गुड, और सामने शायद बात भी इतनी नहीं बढ़ती. तो ऑलवेज जब भी आप कभी स्टक हो जाए ऐसी सिचुएशन में, तो आप जरूर विजुलाइज टेक्निक का इस्तेमाल करिए, उस सिचुएशन को विजुलाइज करिए एंड उसका रीटेक करके देखिए, एंड दैट विल वेरी हेल्पफुल इन योर लाइफ. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Kamakshi, your concluding remarks.
मैम प्लीज मैं एक क्वेश्चन और पूछ सकती हूँ?
श्योर.
मैम मैंने अपने आसपास सोसाइटीज में और अपनी इवन फ्रेंड के साथ जब मैं रहती हूँ, कभी कभी उनके घर पे कुछ स्मॉल पार्टीज वगैरह में, तो मैंने ऐसा ऑब्जर्व किया है कि वो, मतलब मेरी एक फ्रेंड है, तो इन द सेंस कि फैक्ट मतलब मान लेते रिलेशनशिप, वो ना रिलेशनशिप में है इन द सेंस किसी के साथ, राइट? तो ये है कि फैक्ट मालूम है कि सामने वाला, मतलब जैसे कि कभी कभी होता है कि हम किसी को लाइक करते हैं तो वो आपको लाइक नहीं कर रहा है, ऐसी वाली कंडीशन हो जाती है। और वो आपको मतलब बोल सामने से बोल भी दिया इवन कि मेरी फीलिंग्स आपके प्रति ऐसी नहीं है, फिर भी हम अपने इमोशनल कंट्रोल नहीं कर पा रहे हैं और उसके पीछे पूरे मतलब होता है ना एक पागलपन की तरह, मतलब उसके पीछे सोच रहे हैं, उसके बारे में ही सोच रहे हैं। तो आई थिंक ये सही नहीं है, पर ऐसा क्यों होता है?
काजल, इसके लिए तो आपको काफी लंबा डिस्कशन चाहिए होगा, इतनी जल्दी तो इसका आंसर नहीं दे पाएंगे। बिकॉज ये चाहिए क्यों होता है मैं सिर्फ यही आपको बता सकती हूँ, क्योंकि हम उस वक्त अपने आइडिया और अपने इमोशन के साथ में अटैच होते हैं, तो हम कुछ और चीज को नहीं देख पाते हैं, है ना? सो हम इतने कनेक्ट हो जाते हैं अपनी फीलिंग और अपने आइडिया के साथ में, तो इसलिए हम दूसरों की ओपिनियन को ठीक से नहीं सुन पाते हैं। अभी मैं सिर्फ आपको इतना ही कह पाऊंगी, और इससे ज्यादा तो अभी टाइम नहीं है हमारे पास। तो आई थिंक आप सिर्फ इतना ही ध्यान रखिए कि हम कितने अटैच हैं और किस तरह से हम उन चीजों को देख रहे हैं बस।
मैम ये मेरी फ्रेंड का ही मतलब वो इश्यूज है, तो मैंने सोचा कि अभी मैं पूछ लूं कि
ओके काजल, नो प्रॉब्लम।
ओके, थैंक यू मैम।
We'll share the contacts of the speaker with you if you want. You can put your email in the chat box, and yeah, if you want to connect with them after the session.
Okay, so firstly, I would like to personally thanks Columns and Comics and Stan We Speak and Parminder ma'am. I think mental health is a taboo and we need to stigmatize it. People don't talk about it. People don't discuss about it, and it is a very sensitive topic that we need to discuss even with our parents. We need to talk about it and we need to stigmatize it. It is a very important part of a society. So I would really like to thank Yash Bhaiya, Vanchika Di, and Rishi for inviting Rainbow of Bliss and for taking time to talk about such an important issue. At Rainbow of Bliss, we share stories of people who want to talk about mental health. So, if any of you would like to share your stories, we would feel very good if you would share your stories, and we will share it on our page. So, yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you, Columns and Comics, and thank you so much, Parminder ma'am. I think your suggestions were really very helpful, and I think it will really help all the people who were here, all the parents, all the students out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me, and God bless you all. And I'm very happy to see the children like you aware. You guys are very much aware. This is the journey, right? अगर आप इस उम्र में इतने aware हैं, तो this will take you another level of, right? I can see that. So I'm very much positive, very happy to see you guys. Thank you so very much. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am. Priyal.
Priyal?
So I would like to conclude on a very personal note, like on personal improvement. I would say that if you are holding a cup of coffee and if you pump it to someone, then the coffee would spill over. So that coffee actually are your thoughts. So it really depends what you're feeding yourself every single day, and whatever you're spilling over, that is your behavior. It really depends whether whether it's anger, whether it's love, whether it's affection, whether it's empathy. It really depends. And so now whether it's going to be water, whether it's going to be alcohol that you're going to fill in that cup, that is going to spill over. So if you ever feel that you're caught up in those actions, in those behavior, then you need to look within. And again, I would like to thank the entire team, Column and Comics team, for inviting me. And it was it was a pleasure talking about this with all of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Priyal.
so much. That was really beautiful.
Now, as we are concluding, I would like to thank Vanchika Di, founder of Columns and Comics, along with Mark, who have always been in our support. Moreover, very thank you to our speakers who are here, despite of their busy schedule, they took time for us, helped people a lot, and spread awareness. That was our main motto, and I think that got successful. Also, a special mention to our team, Tarang, Janvi, Rishita, and Rena, who were the backbone of our team organizing this event. So thank you everyone, and thank you participants also who have been so patient in joining and listening the insights given by the speakers. Also, a note that please stay tuned to our Instagram account for the takeaways of today's meeting. Moreover, this meeting was live streamed on YouTube too. So the whole session has been recorded and streamed in YouTube. So if you want to, take some suggestions, or you want to revise them, you can access through YouTube also. And takeaways will be posted soon on our Instagram page. Thank you everyone. Have a good day.
Just a second, Mark. I think you wanted to add about the mental health club.
So yes, thank you so much for joining in. And I know at various points throughout the conversation on today's talk show, we realize that it is a very vast topic that can't always be sorted out into 1 hour or 2 hour session. And we at 1857 realized that, and we have this active club called Young at Heart, which is like with JUNG, derived from Charles Young. But the motive of that, it is a mental health club. And the entire motive of that club is to have people around who understand you, who support you, and people who are also going through similar problems. But also there are people who are experts who can solve your issues. So if you need someone who can guide you through things, or you just need someone who can just listen to you, be it whatever, or we do tons of different activities that help to promote self-love, self-affirmations, all that stuff. A place where you can feel connected to, a place where you can feel belonged, and a place where you can find that support. That's what our Young at Heart Club is all about. And we'll share a link to our WhatsApp group, Columns and Comics, whenever they share the takeaways of the lesson in whatever medium, be it email or Instagram, all that stuff. So a link would be shared to all of you. It runs free of charge. So if any one of you would ever like to join it, you are welcome to it. We always have an offline session on Sunday at 2 p.m. So I would just take a moment and show you this. So that's our Young at Heart Club, just starting off with this session for today. And yes, we do it every Sunday afternoon. So if you guys are in Raipur and you feel that you want to be connected with such a club, such an environment, you can always feel free to come by.
Yeah, and even the
Thank you
talk
so
show.
much.
So it's a regular thing. This month we picked up mental health, and like Mark said, like everyone said, there were a lot of topics that we could not completely address. So maybe we will do more editions of talk shows on those subtopics, particular issues that require a lot of dialogue. And the talk show also keeps happening regularly. All the details of such talk shows are on the Columns and Comics Instagram page, on 1857's Instagram page. We also have a YouTube page. So what I've done is I've dropped 2 links in the chat box. One of them is to the Columns and Comics Instagram page, and the other link is for the chat, which has the Mental Health Club. It's the WhatsApp group. So whoever wants to stay connected, please feel free to join in. Please feel free to follow us, reach out whenever. A lot of people were asking for contacts of our speakers, so maybe through a formal channel we could just share email IDs with consent, obviously. So yeah, that's about it. And this has been a great session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, speakers, for sharing your personal journeys. I know that requires a lot of courage, and the way you guys have handled everything today, it's amazing. It's been a wonderful space. Also to our audience for interacting and participating and sticking around for so long in an online meeting, which we were just discussing. So yeah, thank you, everyone. It means a lot. And we can now conclude the session.
Bye-bye, and God bless you all. Stay blessed always.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.